Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yeehaw Lads podcast, episode number 56. We're having guests back and forth all over the place now. We've got Kaitlyn back again.
Marcus died.
Yeah, Marcus is dead. Unfortunately, his chickens ate him, and we don't know what to do. We didn't go check. We're just assuming he's dead. But anyway, we've got Kaitlyn here, and we'll actually let her introduce herself this week, because apparently last time we kind of just didn't do that.
Yeah.
So no one knows who she is, why she's here, what she does.
Neither do I. I'm just here. I'm Kaitlyn.
She was razzing us in the pre-show like, I didn't get to introduce anything. And I'm like, all right, I'll just give it to you. And she's like, no, please. It's okay.
Wait a minute.
So who are you?
I'm Kaitlyn. I'm Nick's fiance. I got it correct this time. Well, it's weird going from girlfriend to fiance.
Especially for what? 11 years? 13 years?
He's about to be
20 years?
Yeah.
Gee,
13.
13
Do you guys
years.
do you remember your original date?
I thought you guys were saying, do you guys
The
like
park.
each other?
What?
Probably the babysitter, to be honest.
Nick and I have known each other since we were in before school daycare, before we ever started preschool.
Yeah.
So you're saying the game was rigged from the start.
Correct.
Damn.
We went to the same babysitter. We just didn't know it at the time.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then we went to the same grade school. He was a year behind me.
Yes.
Is this like one of those things like someone has a picture and they're like, oh, I miss my friend. They're like, oh, that's me.
Hey,
from like 20 years ago.
I probably have a picture of us when we were children somewhere.
Somewhere.
You got to
least.
put it up in the wedding.
You guys both have the same copy of the picture. And you're like,
There's
like,
gotta be pictures of us that Hannah has from like 2010, 2011.
Shout out to my friend Hannah for bringing us together.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yes.
Where's Hannah?
She's married with a kid. Sorry, Brian.
Good for her. I'm just saying she made it in life. That's fine.
She lives very close to your parents.
Yeah, actually.
Where? How? Well,
See-
you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to be
Oh,
like.
no, I'm
but
not
like,
going to say it.
Like how actually close? Like within
The-
like a couple miles.
Within a mile.
The cheese pizza
Yeah.
town.
What?
Huh?
The town that has C and P in it.
Oh,
I'm just not
I
going
was
to
like,
dox her.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
like, wait, they're known for cheese pizza? What
That's
the
what I thought,
fuck?
too.
I was thinking,
there's
okay.
a bar there. It
Well, I'm
probably
like-
serves
At
it.
fir- at
No, it
first
does
I'm like,
not.
I'm like, does he mean standard? Like, as in cheese pizza's basic? I'm like,
I'm so confused.
I'm like, hold on.
No, I just don't want to dox our friend with the real town
fuck
name.
yeah.
that's
All right,
that's
fair
probably
enough,
a good
fair
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
So this is Kaitlyn.
So you're the fiance.
Yes.
What do you do for work?
I'm a marketing manager for a skincare company based in Texas. In the last episode, I talked about going down to Texas for a work trip. That's why I was in Texas.
Oh,
that's
wow,
why you
that's
missed the off the hook fish and chips place again in
Correct.
Texas.
Correct. And I have to go back in September, so I'm going to watch for
You're like,
if it's there again.
send him a request like right now. You're like,
So did
hey,
you subscribe to the email thing?
I did.
Okay,
I
good.
did. They haven't
it-
been back to Illinois since then. So
They're
Fair.
not never coming back again. It's
Nope.
all over.
I wouldn't either if I were them.
I
Now
mean,
they
that's
know.
fair.
now they know. They're like, Illinois sucks. We're not going back there.
We have one loyal fan and they didn't even show up.
Aw, it's me.
Damn.
Yes, I'm a
Good.
marketing manager by day. I
So
work
what do
from
you?
home.
But what do you do as a marketing manager? As someone who is not into marketing or managing or a real job, what do you do?
Hope for the best and pretend I know what I'm doing.
Okay, no, we all do the same thing.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, I handle website design and development for our e-commerce website. We
Okay.
also have a med spa and a skincare store, which are both new. And I handle marketing for all three of those channels, which means I handle paid advertising, social media, although we have a team now, growing team, which I don't have to touch social media anymore, which is good because it's kind of scary.
Probably kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Social media is not my bread and butter. My bread and butter at work is email marketing.
Really, my bread and butter is like white and then like
Didn't ask.
Yellow butter, maybe?
country crock.
Oh, yeah. There
I'm
you
trying to
go.
think. I'm like,
yeah.
what is like
Yeah.
what's
Y'all
I'm
got to
not-
get on the Gmail bread train.
Gmail?
So good.
Gmail
Yeah,
bread.
Kayla can tell you all about it.
I
Please
can't
do, because
tell
I
you
have no
With
idea
with her
what
bread and butter.
Gmail is bread.
Yeah.
What's the butter?
I'm so confused.
That's not. I can't believe it's not butter. I'm sorry.
Have you
Move
seen?
on now.
Have you seen like the chaotic, evil, lawful, good grid of butters?
Yes.
Hold
Oh,
on.
I think so.
This is what I get for saying my bread and butter.
Correct.
This is what a podcast is. We tangent now.
Yeah.
And if you're Marcus, you say, "Oh, long story short."
Yeah, long story short. Oh, here it is. Let me get this up. Open image, new tab. Thank you, Reddit. So here is the alignment chart of butters. The lawful good is you'd think it's butter. We got neutral good at you'd butter believe it. Over here at cat good. Oh God, I wish it were butter. We go to chaotic evil. What? Not butter.
What
we
is it
we
then?
got could it be butter? Tastes like butter. Unbelievable. This is not butter. Like,
This is hilarious. I've never seen this.
I love this chart. Oh, what is this one?
It comes in handy
Oh,
so often.
wow. Really thought it was butter. Like, or this last one, lawful evil. Butter. It's not. So yeah, that's
Interesting.
like this
Oh,
grid
God,
is
it's not butter.
yeah, that grid is usually how you like align characters in a show. Like, oh, lawful good is like the good guy cop who follows the rules, and like chaotic good is like the cop who breaks the laws to do the thing better, you know.
Yeah.
But apparently you can do it with butter.
Yeah.
Do it with pretty much anything, to be fair. But
Yeah.
what? Not butter?
Now we know.
Yeah, I
That
love
doesn't sound like a real word anymore.
like this is where having a nearly photographic memory pays off in dividends.
Yes.
It's like you guys haven't seen the butter chart? Let's look at it. So was one of those your butter for your bread? I'm confused.
Probably.
What does Gmail have to do with butter?
Forget-
I don't.
Because
Forget
email
about the
marketing's
butter.
our bread and butter.
Forget about the butter. I do email marketing. How
So you-
about that?
So you don't make bread? I'm.
So just like how Nick takes his paycheck out of the vault at the bank, you
Correct.
just acquire money from Google. Is that what I'm getting
She
at?
No.
she takes out ads for herself. When people click on it, pays her money.
Ah, sick.
Right?
Do they just send you like
They send like
fucking Google
dollars.
Yeah.
Google
It's
Dollars.
little fucking gift cards.
Google Bucks.
It's like a company town.
No, but no, but I do have a Google pen. That is my favorite pen. Just
Yeah, it
in
writes
case
very nice,
anybody
actually.
is-
That's sick, actually.
Yeah.
Like now it's like whenever someone says like brand name pen, I'm like, oh, it's a stylus.
Yeah, that's
for
what
their
I'll
tablet.
say.
Oh,
Is
no,
it an
right?
actual pen or
No, it's an actual pen, and it writes.
does it
the
double as a
best.
stylus?
It's fantastic.
I mean,
Does-
anything
I
does.
think it does,
If you
doesn't it?
push hard enough, anything probably will.
no, you want to search Google Partner Pen.
Partner,
Patna.
howdy partner.
The blue one in
This
that
one,
Yeah.
picture is similar.
kind of like that. That's
Oh,
a
no,
pencil. That's a
no,
pencil.
there was another blue one. Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh, like oh.
This one. Oh, why is the picture so? I wish the internet could get bigger pictures. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
so here's the picture. Let me zoom in until it's blurry.
Sick.
Does that look about right?
It's a
Yeah,
mediocre
I have
looking
one
pen.
of those. And
Is
then
it a
I-
stylus actually?
It is a stylus. I
Okay.
have one of those that's amazing, and then I have another one that is just white and it says Google Partners on it, and it's my favorite pen. I use it
Google-
all the time.
what ink
Oh,
are-
it's actually on the second row there,
Is
right
it this
below.
one?
Black notebook.
Black notebook.
Right
This
there.
one,
Oh, that
not the black notebook. Nick's never seen it before.
Fuck.
This is
Aw.
the secret pen.
That's the secret.
Oh,
pen.
yes, that's it.
That's
right
my
there.
favorite pen I have ever owned.
Google Partners.
It's probably I can buy it somewhere in bulk.
Yeah, it's
but-
probably like a 1 cent pen, but
yeah.
it
I'll
looks
say
like
my favorite pen. I got it from LaSalle County Pheasants Forever. It's a blue pen. It's just like a heavy metal based pen.
metal.
And then
Yeah.
my grandpa, who he has a trucking company, so he gets like T-shirts and stuff every now and again. He
Gets free
bought an order of
swag.
pens, and they're the same pens. I'm like, brother, I need these. They are the best pen.
I need all
It's
of them.
literally just like you can buy it in bulk, like metal pen, and it's just the best.
Yeah.
I just always buy Pilot G2s.
They are
Ooh.
those are
Those are
the most
superior.
common
For,
like that you should use at school and shit.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
like going to a store and buying a pen, this is the best one you're gonna
Yeah.
get every
Yeah.
time.
I'll say I acquired the metal pen I'm talking about at the
Yeah.
Pheasants Forever banquet like 2 years ago, and I'm like, before I left, I like went to every table and like, oh, extra pens, like
Stealing
stole
all the
them.
pens.
Yeah, like people like just left them at their tables after they left. I'm like, oh yeah. So I have like 4 of them probably at least, and then my grandpa gave me 2 more. I'm like, I love this pen so much.
You know what's crazy? People listen to this shit and they're like, "Oh, I love your podcast." And
Yeah, I know,
You're
brother.
talking
I'm just
about
talking about
pens.
pens, and I'm autistic. I don't know what you mean.
Like, we love this. Oh, the fucking one of the steel salesmen stopped in this week with a stack of notepads. I'm like, this is awesome.
Hell yeah.
We got 2 steel salesmen.
Yeah.
One is like 6'8". He's just a gigantic man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other one's like 5'10", but he is shredded. And I'm just like, this. I'm like, dude,
Wow.
just being
the guy from
dudes.
Alro, he has an incredibly good handshake,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm like, I guess that makes sense. You're going to like steel warehouses and
Yeah.
welding shops all the
the
time.
blue
like,
collarist man.
like if you don't have a good handshake, they're gonna like laugh at you.
yeah, fair.
So he's got like an incredible, like a perfect handshake every time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man.
He practices it. He's got a mannequin arm in the fucking truck.
I mean, as long as I've been here, he's been the same one coming here. So it's
Yeah.
like he's got it dialed in. But it's like every once in a while, it's just like you get cool corporate swag. Like he used to bring
love that.
donuts all the time.
Ooh.
Like anytime we'd
Aw,
stop in.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But my boss is diabetic, so he's like,
Oh.
so he told him stop bringing donuts because I can't have them.
then Brian's
I was
over here
like,
like, oh yeah,
I'm
you're like, oh,
I can have them. So I'd eat a box of donuts in a day because no one else would. I'm like,
yeah.
this is awesome. Then I'm like, oh, this isn't so awesome
yeah.
anymore.
Aw.
Oh, if it's not the consequences of my own actions.
Literally.
Speaking of Google partners, at your old job, you remember that big Google Partner Connect 4 game?
Yes.
It was so
Google
nice.
Partner. Was it a game of Connect 4?
Yeah,
Just
but
like
with like
Google
Google
branded with
aesthetics.
Google.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm like,
So, fun fact.
You had some awesome
love
Google
fun
merch at your
facts.
last job.
The last job that I had was at an agency. Not the last job, a few jobs ago, but
Yeah,
it was at
like-
an agency
like
that
the
did.
CIA or something?
No, it did
Oh.
graphic design, marketing, web development, things like that.
Same kind of stuff, more or
And
less.
as part of the marketing department, we were certified Google partners, which means you have access to things that normal people don't have access to in Google Ads.
Okay.
And one of the perks was you could order merch.
You just order Google branded
Google
merch.
branded
It was like
merch.
really good merch, though.
It was good stuff though. Like there was.
Yeah.
I would hope Google could make good merch. They're worth like
Yeah.
$20 billion.
There was like battery backups.
Mm-hmm.
There was backpacks, shirts,
Yeah.
Damn.
zip ups, all kinds of cool stuff. And there was a Connect 4 game at one point, which was really fun.
Is it like you had to like put tickets in and like throw the skee ball up the ramp and stuff to get it, or you just like buy it with money?
I don't remember how it worked. I think there was a
Yeah.
point system somehow where the more you did or
The more ads got clicked.
Yeah.
It's like encouraging you to make good ads almost.
kinda. I think it was more like encouraging you to get more clients and
Sure.
like be a good Google partner, I guess.
That,
get people to spend more
Because
money.
you are technically a partner. Like
Right.
if you're
Yeah.
making money off the ads, they're making money off the ads kind of
Correct.
thing. You know.
Yeah, but that was a really fun perk of the job, and I'm pretty sure that's where I actually got the Google Partners pen.
Oh.
And I will be very sad if it ever dies because I no longer work at an agency that has a Google Partner.
You just gotta
thing.
like find another one. You're
I'll
like,
say I just have to
"Hey."
find the same like inner like tube of
Yes.
ink and shit, or just buy like mass buy like in each brand of pen. Find the
Until
one that
you
fits
find
the
one
closest.
that-
like,
Yes,
we're
there you
good.
go.
yeah.
Wasn't that popcorn machine you guys used to have a Google Partner one too?
I don't think
Popcorn
so.
machine?
I don't remember.
Yeah, no,
that.
her one job was pretty cool.
all the perks.
Yeah.
That was where I started.
Yeah.
I wore all of the hats at that job.
You really did, especially towards the end.
You're like, I just kept showing up. They kept giving me more things to do. I don't know.
Yep, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like it sucks. Doing work, unbelievable.
Well, outside of work, I also am a gamer, and I enjoy hanging out with these hooligans.
I can't believe that.
don't know why.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, that's what
Okay.
I bring to your podcast.
Sick.
Sick.
Do you have any takes on your pets that Nick may have forgotten when we introduced him? Do you hate one of your rabbits more than the other one? You know,
I think when Nick first came onto the podcast, when you guys first started this, we only had one rabbit at the
Yeah,
I
time.
think
only
we
had
got the
Gizmo.
second one about halfway through.
Yeah, we got Benita in October.
Yeah.
October.
So,
Okay.
Gizmo's my OG boy. I birthed him.
Huh?
He's our son.
Yes,
Damn, I
Huh?
bet it tickled when it came out.
he is my son.
Jesus Christ.
Drove through a blizzard to go pick him up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And Bonita is our other rabbit, and she is
Chunky.
she's
The best.
She's cute.
Very
she's,
social.
She's
Yeah.
got a
Yeah.
very different personality than Gizmo does.
Mhm.
She's very social.
Yeah, like the first time you guys came over after we got her, she like fucking came up to Andy just like, hey.
Well, she was in
Yeah.
his spot on the couch, to be fair.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
is true.
He was
Oh,
just sitting
and then
there.
she came up to you too.
Yeah,
Like,
she just wanders up. She's like, "The
Yeah.
fuck are you guys doing here?" She's like, "This is my spot. Why you can't be wandering around in here." Your guys' guinea pig didn't die the other day.
oh, thank
You
God.
thought? And you probably didn't even hear any of this, did you? 'Cause you were-
I remember hearing a little bit about it. Yeah.
So last Friday, we went to
Yes.
go meet Brian for dinner at Cabin Fever.
yes.
We went we said bye to the Napoleon or something, and he just kind of looked funny.
It's like somebody somebody asked you about him, and you were like going to take a picture of him or
Oh,
something.
yes.
And he wouldn't move. He just like sat there. You're like,
Yes.
"Hey, buddy."
My aunt, uncle, and my younger cousin were hanging out with my neighbors across the street, and we told her like, "Oh yeah, we'll send you a picture on Snapchat of him." And I did, and he was like awake and everything. Didn't think anything of it until before we left. He was just kind of in a weird position, and we're just like, "Hey, we're gonna get going, buddy. Hey,
Hey, man.
hey, Napoleon."
Is he just laying there like a
Yeah, like
potato?
we had to fucking shake him.
And eventually he's like, "What?" He's like, "I'm just chilling."
No, that's what he did. He woke up and he just looked at me like
Because he's old for a guinea pig, isn't he?
Very.
He's like
yeah.
8 and they live to 6 or something. Like,
He's gonna turn 8.
yeah. And the average is like 6 years or something
5
crazy.
to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
Hell yeah,
killing
brother.
it.
Yeah. Like when he's awake, like he's fucking killing it.
He's just taking big naps.
Yeah.
Speaking of big naps, here's a picture of the rabbits. That's what we're talking about them. Here's Bonita all stretched out in the front and Gizmo just chilling
So
in
you
the back.
can't really tell, but Bonita is white with black spots, and Gizmo is white with brown spots.
Hold on, I have a better picture.
Yeah.
I just sent.
Okay, we'll move to that one. I heard it. I wonder if that ding came through onto the show.
It
probably
usually
just
like
heard
if we heard it, that means it probably.
Yeah, I'll
did.
say Total Off
Yeah.
Roads does. So I imagine.
Oh, that's a better picture.
Hold on.
Oh, yes.
1 second to get it up.
Yeah, you can see the brown a little bit now too.
Yeah.
What can Brown do for you?
Gizmo's on the left. He's our little white and brown bunny, and then Bonita's on the right.
Yes.
With a big old scar on her nose still.
Yeah, she's got a scar on her nose. We're not sure why she has a scar on her nose, but we are working on trying to get that fixed.
Yeah.
Sick.
Just
Yes.
sitting there so nice. Little goofy little feet.
Yeah.
It's like a prom picture.
It literally
Yeah.
does. It's like, okay, stand and say cheese. And they're just sitting
They're
there.
just both just death staring you.
I'll give Gizmo props. He is really good with the camera.
He's posing up.
Hell
yeah, he's fantastic with it.
Big
That
fan of
picture does not do them justice because Gizmo is smaller than Bonita, and in that picture he looks bigger, but he is definitely smaller than Bonita.
He like
Bonita's-
sits up tall more often, and she kind of
Yeah.
lays down more often.
She lays down more often, but she is a little bit more wide
Yes.
A little
than
bit.
Gizmo.
She likes her snacks.
Yes.
Did we ever take a picture of when we found him? Gizmo was laying like this, and Bonita was laying on top of
Like
him like
across
that.
them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We might. I'd have to dig to try to find
Damn.
it, but yeah, we catch them laying in weird spots.
Yeah.
Just all
Very
the time.
Like
often.
that. Yeah.
Or behind the couch, and you're like, get out of there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop eating the cords
That happens
Yeah.
a lot.
Speaking of that, the bunny camera's down.
because they
Did they
ate
eat
the
the
cord.
Yeah, they let's go. Cord. Yeah.
They're like, we want some privacy, bitch.
No supervision in this house.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Damn.
think Bonita figured out how to move the pellets that were blocking her from getting behind to get to the cord. She figured out how to move the container of pellets and then in turn move the barrier that we had in front of the cords.
So now they can start chewing
No.
on all those cords.
To give her credit, though, unlike Gizmo, Bonita unplugged them first.
She
And then
did.
chewed it.
That's
sick.
genius.
I think what happened was
What
she
a safe
jumped
girl.
in there and jumped on top of the cords and pushed them out of the outlet.
Yeah.
Wow.
The outlet it's in, it's not even like the one with the ground. It's the
It's just
shitty
the
It's just
drones,
really
yeah.
loose.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just lightly bump it and it'll just fucking unplug
That's a
it.
safety feature.
Yeah.
So they don't chew 110 volt to the skull.
1938 house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are our pets.
Hell yeah.
I think that's about it.
It's the majority of that.
About it in our lives right now, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, we're getting
Besides
married.
a wedding.
Yeah.
Well,
Hello.
Yeah.
Minor
But
details.
That's what, like 2 months? You guys got plenty of time.
Yeah. Hell
True.
yeah.
It's like
That's fine.
I could start planning
We-
that in 7 weeks if it's
We
8 weeks
actually
away.
did a pretty big step yesterday. We got my suit.
Ooh.
Oh,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
Nick got his suit.
Do you have a
figured
dress picked
out?
out
Is
yet?
it white on white on white?
No, it's like
Damn.
gray on white.
I would
That's
not
probably
let him do that.
sick.
No.
It's not like powder blue with white ruffles on it and stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Again, the idea of the sweating is cheap.
Fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
Cheap, but
Question.
not tacky.
Don't answer it.
Not gonna feel bad about this. I'm just curious. Are are we gonna be best men? Are you gonna ask us to be?
I wasn't-
Or are you not?
He's
gonna
like,
I
have
wasn't
any?
planning on it, but I mean, you guys are more than welcome.
He's like,
to
I don't
be.
really-
Well, I
He's like,
genuinely, I'm like,
No. Wait, we are not doing bridesmaids or groomsmen.
okay,
or any
yeah.
of that.
I was curious. I'm like, I don't know. Like, besides your brother, I'm like, I don't. There's not. Surely, I would have been a best
So, like,
man, but like, I'm
yes,
assuming
yes,
you're
you
just
would
not
have.
gonna ask.
And Nick's like, hey, I don't really like you guys.
yeah, I'm like, all right, fair
Like
enough. I don't
technically,
know.
you guys are yes, but we're not like.
You're not
Yeah.
officially doing a thing.
Yeah.
We're not in the ceremony. Or
Yeah.
anything.
No,
Yeah,
we're not
right.
doing any of the groomsmen or bridesmaids or anything. I
Gotcha.
think it's a kind of a waste because you spend all that money on a suit or a dress, and
Fuck, I'd wear it.
I know. I
Catch
know
me
you guys
going to
would.
Riverfront, fucking suited up.
What kind of
Maybe
dress
not
are
in
you
this
wearing?
heat, but
If you,
in this
if you
heat-
guys want to do like a bachelor party or something, that's good enough.
yeah, we should probably start to plan that.
Probably.
So.
I mean, I know what I want to do.
Yeah, fair. We just got to pick a weekend, basically.
Yeah,
But,
actually.
Yeah, that's probably the hard part.
The week. Yeah, I mean, I know what weekends I would have off, but I don't know with Marcus's new job how.
I don't think he works much
no, I
for
don't
weekends.
think he
Well,
does
he's been
weekends.
selling sheds a lot, and he'll have the sandwich fair coming
Yeah.
up.
Well, we got to pick one that's not a rallycross weekend.
Yep.
Nick doesn't work, and then not a sheds weekend.
Yeah.
So
They probably don't ever.
I mean,
intersect
if
on that.
it's a Saturday, if it's a Saturday morning, I work. Then it's
yeah,
whatever. We got that afternoon or night.
yeah, I guess we're probably not going to. I mean, other than starting with brunch, we're not going to do anything that early.
Yeah.
That'd be.
we
We could let's just all go to the bank. We just roll
get
in the
fucked up in
lobby.
the we'll make sure Nick's on the drive-through,
And we'll just keep
No, I
rolling
always
around.
am in the drive-through.
well, exactly. Like we'll just feed you beers through the fucking through the little thing.
How many times can we go around the bank in the drive-thru before you have
We
to
could,
report
you know,
us?
you could get away with that if I have to work at the branch down south, which is
Let's
soon.
Hell
fucking
yeah, brother.
go.
Let's fucking go.
In a town of 200.
fuck.
We just sit in the ATM line and just crack beers. He's like,
God.
like how long before we get in trouble in reality?
I mean, you could
We're
put 'em
on
in the
private
night
property.
drop.
Come on. We'll drive up there and then start drinking in the parking lot. We won't drive out of the parking lot that we're still on private property.
Can you imagine just walk into the bank, like in the lobby, like, hey, what are your liquor laws in here?
I see the no gun sticker. We're good there.
Yeah.
But how about
Well,
open containers,
We're
brother?
not we're not great on that sticker, but
I'd like to deposit this 6-pack.
And a 9.
how are you supposed to put a gun in your safety deposit box if it has a no gun sign on the door? I don't know.
Shit.
Well, we don't have any at the branch I work at.
Fucking-
You're more than welcome to do it at a particular branch.
To be fair, allegedly, I
Allegedly.
do it at my branches anyway.
Yeah?
Allegedly.
Yeah, no, I definitely do.
Yeah.
Fuck them signs. What are they gonna do? Kick me out? I own the bank. It's my money.
And I need it now.
Now. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'll just use it. I'm banished to drive-through forever.
Yeah.
You've been promoted to customer.
You
again.
can get banned from the bank for doing shit in the drive-thru. It just happened to us recently.
Oh, God.
Someone tried to steal an ATM.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait a
even,
minute.
No, even worse. This was three weeks ago, maybe.
Did they point the gun at you?
No, it does not involve a gun or me.
Do you want it to?
Fuck it.
Is that bulletproof glass? We're going to find out.
No, it doesn't involve me or a weapon at
Oh,
all.
okay.
Does
You
it
didn't
involve
answer my
body
question, though.
parts?
Is that bulletproof
Yes.
glass?
We had a
He probably can't legally answer.
Yeah, I can't legally.
Allegedly.
no. I can. There's
Do you-
no legal case.
Do you think it's a bulletproof glass?
Can we
No,
find out?
we my coworkers and I actually talked about that. We probably won't trust it.
How thick is it?
Pretty thick.
It looks
like
like
I
most
don't-
of it
I don't
looks
know,
like
it's-
half to
Yeah.
3/4 of an inch.
At
Half-inch won't.
least.
It's usually thicker than that.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's thicker than half-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll test it. We'll see what calibers go through it.
Oh my god.
We'll just start with it.
we'll
Start
buy
with an airsoft gun, go to
Yeah.
a BB gun, a pellet gun, air rifle.
The amount of times I'll see like a single pane of bulletproof glass for sale on Facebook, and I'm like, I should just buy it to play with
just
it.
because.
And then I'm
yeah.
like, then I have to clean up broken glass. I'm like, I don't want to do that either.
Yeah, but it would be fun.
It'd be so fun.
It
Like
would be
mount it
fun.
above a trash can so just glass falls back into it.
There you
Math.
go.
Oh yeah,
see?
see, there you go.
I thought it out. I'm not, this is no amateur
Um,
hour here.
Anyway.
Anyways, tell us your story.
So it was at HQ.
Headquarters?
Yes.
Sick.
We had, and I remember waiting on this guy too. I always thought he was kind of weird. Not,
And it's not any of us?
no, it's not you guys. Just kind of socially awkward a little bit.
And it's not any of us?
Yeah, not any of you.
Shit.
He was way older than us too.
Nice.
From what I was told from my coworker who helps out with our branch, the guy before he left, when he was getting his money handed to him, he took out his wiener, showed it to the
yeah.
teller, and drove away.
That's
love
disgusting.
Yeah, it's
I mean, it was
that's not the first time.
maybe the car
someone
didn't have
fucking
air
did that,
conditioning
too.
and it was hot, you know?
yeah.
That's
I drove around
awful.
shirtless today. I kept my pants on, but
Okay,
Weren't
well,
you in your sick,
shirtless
or weren't
is-
you in your diesel?
no, I was in my car.
Okay,
right
I'm
after
like,
the start.
you
yeah.
came up here and you're like your nice diesel with
Yeah,
air
no.
conditioned
Yeah.
seats and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
like, you better not have been naked.
Well, no,
in
I was
there.
so hot. Like I was doing stuff outside. I loaded up all the wheels and tires for the Subaru, and then I drove over to the tire place, and I was like, I'm just not gonna wear a shirt because it's gonna be soaked with sweat.
And you get to
So-
the tire place and none of the guys there are wearing shirts probably.
No, they were actually.
they usually
surprisingly.
do,
Yeah.
but
lots of holes in them, but you know,
Yeah.
that's
yeah, they're
besides the point.
technically shirts.
Yeah.
Well, speaking
But
of
yeah.
tires, you want to just get into that real quick?
Uh,
We had a
sure.
couple memes that we just already haven't gone through. We only have 3. We'll just rip
Yeah.
through them real
Yeah,
quick.
Sure.
Rip from real quick.
Okay.
All right, this does not have any copyright material, even though it's very fucking close.
Yeah. Okay.
My girl listening to me work on my Shorzy impression in the shower before we head out to have dinner with her friends.
The cup was a slice. You think you'd work a little harder, you fucking pizza face? You get axed from the show and just start hammering
God,
slices or
I
what?
fucking love Shorzy.
Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
I don't know if any of you guys have noticed it, but I'll say like, so dumb all the time.
Yeah.
It's from that. Like all the time, it's like so dumb. I love that fucking show. I'm so excited for the 3rd season to come out all the way.
Oh yeah, pretty soon. I think.
It's almost out. So I'm gonna watch all 3 in a row again. I fucking love that show.
Oh yeah, I binged it so fast.
Well, because it's only like 6 episodes apiece.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when I watched the first season when it came out, I'm like, this is all.
Yeah, no,
it's
I watched
over.
it.
Fuck.
I watched
Yeah.
1 through 3, like within probably a
Yeah.
day or two. I think.
Yeah,
At
I'm
least,
just like,
yeah.
I'm
Because
like,
they're only like 30 or 40-minute episodes too. They're not
I
that
think
long.
so. I think they're probably 44 or whatever
Yeah.
the standard runtime is. But
Yeah.
okay, we got 2 more. Let's go to this one. This is the one that you guys almost caught me with earlier, and I had to pause it.
Oh.
When you catch your coworker doing something unbelievably stupid. Oh, side note, Nick, the slider on the very right, the white one, that's the laptop audio. So if it's too loud, you can bump it down.
Okay.
Are you really retarded?
No, I'm not.
Cool. Great job, man. I mean, I thought you were really retarded.
That's terrible.
I've met some people in the workplace where it's questionable,
You're
brother.
like, wait, you're not
you got?
retarded?
How did you get the same job that I have? What the fuck?
What do you mean you're using an end loader to fill in holes with a shovel?
Yeah. Why did
bro.
you park the end loader with a bucket full of gravel in front of the hole and shoveled it out instead of just dumping the gravel on the hole?
Oh my goodness.
Here's our last one. We'll just get this knocked out real quick. When a coworker finds you in your car before a shift.
What are you doing?
Just chilling down.
You been crying to Taylor Swift?
Doesn't everyone?
He's literally me.
I say, like, this is another, like,
How
Nick
is
caught
that
in
part
4K.
not in the Barbie movie? What the fuck?
Yeah.
By the way, solid fucking movie.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, we
Yes.
watched it
Still not
last
gonna watch
weekend.
it.
It was actually pretty solid.
Yeah,
to
it
be
was
honest.
awesome.
If you guys haven't seen it yet, Brian,
Kaitlyn
I
did,
haven't
yeah.
seen it.
has Marcus seen it? I wonder.
Probably.
Not.
I wasn't sure.
I feel, well. Caitlin, did you and Tori go and watch it?
I thought you.
I thought you guys went and watched the Barbie
No,
movie.
you
No.
you saw it with your
Or-
niece.
Tori,
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
took
that's-
somebody else, but I saw it with my niece.
Somebody that
and-
wasn't Marcus, maybe?
No, I went with my niece
That's
because
right.
I wanted extra bonus aunt points, and she said it was the best day ever.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So take that, Allison.
Oh, got him.
How dare you insult Brian's future wife?
Well, that's public record now.
Oh no, she might listen to this.
If she listens to this, she'll never talk to me. Are you kidding me? This shit.
That's fair.
She'll
Maybe
hold on.
maybe she'll fall in love with the charming host of the mediocre podcast.
Mediocre. That's bold. Hold on. We have a live reaction of Allison.
Are you really retarded?
Yeah.
You got live footage right there.
Wow, I really thought you were retarded.
For the audience listening, my sister is 10 times more attractive than I am,
That's
and
just-
Brian,
That's
Brian
not
is
true.
attracted to her.
That's not.
It was more of a joke of like,
It's like, wow. She's.
anytime a
No,
man is single,
for-
you immediately have to ask any female around you. Oh, so you got a friend?
Oh, so
Your
what's- so
sister?
what's up with
yeah.
it?
For
Yeah.
Come on.
context, just saying. For context, Brian has a crush on her.
That's a bold strategy. I wouldn't say a crush.
It's an
She
italic.
exists, and it's fun to joke about.
Correct. It's
That's-
fun to joke about.
That's really about all we got
Yeah,
here.
that's pretty much it.
You don't get too creepy with it, so it's okay.
Not yet.
She's also in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
For now. Those change.
God damn.
Damn, fucking crickets in here.
Tough crowd in
The
here.
engaged crowd did not vibe with that.
All right. I'll
Speaking of that,
pivot.
Andy, did you get engaged?
I was gonna say, Andy, when's the
It's
Vegas
been what,
wedding?
3 weeks? I mean, you're getting there.
It's been 66 days according
Holy-
to Snapchat.
Aw.
I know it's been a minute.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, I have some gifts, ladies and gentlemen.
Gifts or gifs?
Gifts.
Ah.
Gifts for the fellow audience
like
here.
how you
Alexa,
pronounce
play
that.
the gift by Cedar.
So since Marcus is here,
He's not here. No.
not here.
I have one for him. I bought these at the thrift store essentially.
Oh.
It was the last day I worked for the last company. I went inside. I'm like, we're scrolling around. I'm like, I didn't really find anything, neat
My brother in Christ.
until I found a little bin.
He just had scrolling around as an IRL.
I meant
caught that
strolling.
too.
I tried.
Okay, I'm like,
words
you're
are
like
hard.
scrolling, like
Yeah, no.
TikTok
How are you
brain.
scrolling? in a
Strolling
thrift
around the store, couldn't find anything very
Just
cool.
keep strolling.
Until I found this giant bin of old campaign, like, I don't know, trinkets, I guess you'll call
Okay.
them.
Okay. Memorabilia, paraphernalia.
First one is Irish for President Nixon.
They're
pin.
never
It's a
gonna
little
see
pin.
that.
Like big old button.
This is a button. It does say Irish for President Nixon. All
I
right.
figured
it
that would have
does.
been a good one for
That is-
Marcus.
That's sharp. Okay.
Yes, very. I put them in my pocket and I regretted it immediately.
Nice.
The next one is a president or Kennedy for president pin. Also, love that.
Which Kennedy?
The
The
good
dead
one.
ones.
Yeah, that too
The good one was. Yeah.
is dead now.
well,
yeah.
allegedly, if you believe his head exploding really does that.
Yeah, from the front.
Yeah, it literally just did that.
The last one is LBJ for the USA, a matchbook.
What does LBJ stand for?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Okay, there you go.
I'm not retarded.
That's
I just-
cool. Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
That was the first one I saw. Like that's what caught my eye. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I started like like I was getting stabbed too because all the pins.
Yeah,
so I'm
they're
like
sharp.
putting my hand through the bin trying to find other cool shit. I'm like, this is the weirdest fucking.
You had to like
campaign
walk
shit.
to the other
I'm
side
like,
of the store,
how
get a
did you-
shovel, and start moving stuff.
Yeah, I'm like how did they acquire all this random campaign
you
shit?
know, all
Like,
of that was
Cool.
probably from one person.
one garage sale.
Yeah, it must
Yeah.
have
Just
been.
walked up
Yeah.
like, oh hey, a box of shit. You're like, I'll sell this.
Yeah,
Yup.
they were $3 a piece.
Damn, they fucking fleeced. They probably paid
There's
$3 for that whole
dude.
box.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
it's fucking nuts. But I'm like, this is kind of funny. It
You
makes
didn't,
for a funny
didn't
little
haggle
segment.
with them.
I didn't care.
You're like, I'll do
enough.
3 for 10.
No,
You're like, that's worse.
honestly, the lady behind the register was kind of pretty, and I got intimidated. So I'm like,
oh, you're kind of scared.
yeah.
I get intimidated by pretty women too.
She leaned on my
happens, it
Johnson till I
happens.
be.
Holy fuck. I'm a B. I'm a B.
I'm a
I'm gonna be
wasp.
canceling
I'm gonna be
this
splattered on the
podcast.
wall behind me here pretty soon.
Jesus Christ.
God.
And people tune into this shit.
Brian wants to cancel this every week, and I see why.
Yeah, it's like when you're outside looking in, you're like, yeah, I mean, it looks kind of fun. They're enjoying it. It's like, it's already 8:10. We're supposed to start at 6:30. That never happens.
No, it never happens.
We usually start at like 7:15. We're
Yeah.
we're about half an hour in at 8:10. It's gonna be a long night.
Hell yeah, brother.
Sucks.
Hey,
Yeah.
for the unemployed folks, we're good.
For the employed folks, I'm just gonna skip the gym in the morning. I guess. Fuck it.
There you
Maybe
go.
I won't. Maybe I'll go on 3 hours of sleep again.
Fucking
Holy
we
cow.
ball.
Hmm.
That shit sucks.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, shit. Back to my tires, I suppose.
Yeah, I was gonna
Speaking of
say,
shit that
that's,
sucks, yeah.
Yeah. So went and picked up some tires in Joliet. I was
big
scrolling
city.
Marketplace. Originally found a set in El Paso for $120 for 195 70 14s.
Which
They're
are for
the-
what?
For my Subaru for Rallycross.
Is that the stock size wheel for that
14s,
car?
yes. 14s are, yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if it actually said that or if you're just guessing.
That's as much. I know it's a 14. I could not find tire
Size doesn't matter.
Yeah,
for
but
rally.
like I could not find anything for more than that. So,
Gotcha.
And considering these were on the parts car I had,
they're probably about right.
they're probably 14s. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Michael's were 14s, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
them being roughly the same era,
Yep.
like they'd probably be the same.
Yeah. So, found a set in El Paso. Was looking at them like maybe. Found another set that looked like all terrains. Up in Joliet for 160. I'm like, ooh, okay. Like they look pretty good. It was a picture of a bunch of them and said multiple sets for sale. You know, message me, whatever. So I messaged him like, hey, you still have a set? Yep. I'm like, all right, I'll be up there in an hour. Drove up there. Got up there, pulled up to his like it's like a square house 2-story.
Like
I
a
couldn't tell.
farmhouse, yeah.
I couldn't tell if it was like a rented out place, like like how it'd be like a split level like rental,
A duplex.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird.
Those
to
are
see 'em
normally
like that.
side to side. They don't usually go on. Top
Yeah,
of
well,
each other.
I've seen some
But-
of them like that 2-story setup, but I'm like
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. But I go back around it, huge shop, really like brand new asphalt all around the house. It had a big U shape around the house to go. Then the
Okay.
shop was behind it.
Sure.
Fucking golf carts out the ass. Tesla, brand new or second gen Ford Raptor. A couple other like impressive cars sitting around. I'm like, okay, like they've got money.
You're like,
I'm-
okay, he's cooler than me.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
we're good. I pull up in the Subaru. I'm like, all right, whatever. The golf carts galore though. I walk inside. I talk to one guy. I'm like, hey, I'm here to buy some tires. He's like, oh yeah, the owner's around. I'm like, so are you guys like a full time golf cart mechanic? He's like, I just do this on the side for him. He's the full time golf cart guy. I'm like, I gotcha. Go and talk to him. I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, oh, you're here for the tires. I'm like, yeah. Go to a enclosed trailer with just probably 5 sets of these tires.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, I gotta ask, how do you come about fucking hundreds of 195, 75, 14 BF Goodrich Wrangler tires?
That is a very odd size to have.
Never seen an all-terrain this small either, by the way.
I mean, the smallest that I've really seen is like a 28-inch tire.
Yeah, tire,
Usually like
yeah.
28, 750, 14. I think that's like a standard. Like,
Yes.
That's your smallest like DOT MT usually.
Yeah, so I asked them, I'm like what? And they're also 2023 date codes.
So they're
Like,
nearly brand new.
yeah, 95% tread on almost every set he sold.
Wow.
And he's like, I pick through the worst, like the best of them. If it's anything less than like 90%, I don't even fuck with. So I'm like, okay, so how are you getting them? He's like, so you know the Grumman postal truck, I'm
The
like,
mail truck.
the mail truck. I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, they're scrapping all of them. You know what they just did a year ago?
Oh.
They put brand new tires on every single fucking one of those. Like
So
they do it every
Wow.
couple of years,
Yeah,
regardless
probably every
of
like 4 years,
tread
3
and
years
shit
or whatever. Yeah.
So they just put new tires on them. So he's like, I have thousands of these. My buddy scraps all the trucks,
Mm-hmm.
so we take the engines out and we take the tires off of them. Anything that's kind of worth something,
Anything easy
but
to
you
get
have
off.
they have to document the crushed trucks for the government.
Right.
They have to send in serial numbers and this and that to make sure that they're actually crushed.
to
They
prove
can't
that
sell
reselling
them.
them.
But little stuff like the engines and stuff, they can. So he's like, yeah, we use these. I use these personally on golf carts because a lot of golf carts, they do aftermarket 14-inch rims.
Sure.
I'm like, that makes sense.
That would make sense.
So
here's that picture of it.
yeah,
On a golf
this
cart.
is on a golf cart rim.
Oh, it goes hard.
But what the best thing about these is they'll last forever because golf cart tires are usually extremely soft. The more aggressive tread ones.
Oh yeah.
But
put a-
they wear down really fast. Like you only get a couple seasons out of it. Usually.
Not really. I mean, well, it depends. Like the ones on our golf cart we've had on there for fucking.
Well, you
a
guys also
decade.
don't drive around like towns and stuff.
Not the same.
A lot of
no.
people he sells these to are like full-time
Street driving,
campers
yeah.
or street driving around town and stuff.
Right.
Oh,
So
that
yeah,
makes
these will
sense.
last 20,000 miles, and you
on a golf cart easily.
Yeah, like you'll never even know there's any tread gone.
Yeah, compared to like a golf cart
Mm-hmm.
probably if it does 20,000 miles in its life is
Yeah.
probably a lot.
Exactly. Not to mention these guys also are putting aftermarket wheels and tires on them too. So.
Yeah, so they might change up later anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, he's like, so like if you need any more tires, like they're yours.
As long as you need this size specifically.
Yeah, I'm like fucking sick. Well, he also threw in a fifth as spare,
a spare,
because it
yeah.
had some curb rash on it. Like you could tell it kind of rubbed up against the curb. I'm like, that makes sense for a mail truck.
For a mail truck, yeah. I'd
Yeah.
be almost
But the other four
surprised.
are literally perfect. 95% tread, easy. Yeah, I had the rims I dismounted and cleaned up and did a quick coat of clear on them. Brought these tires and rims to the tire shop. Got them mounted today. I'm going to be plasti dipping them and then doing a gold adder on the plasti dip as well to make them, the final finish should be gold.
Okay.
I'm curious to see how that works out. I've not used this stuff before, so
Yeah, worst case scenario, it fucks up, it doesn't dry in all this heat and humidity, and then they're just
the
gross.
clear coat did really well actually. I left them in my garage.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping just it was more radiant heat rather than all the humidity outside. So I'm hoping it helps a little bit, but
Yeah.
we'll
Usually,
see.
yeah, it can sometimes.
If not, I really don't
If
care.
not, whatever.
I just well, it's better than the fucking flaking paint and aluminum
That's-
and shit that's already on
That's
them.
true.
so.
But no, these look pretty good.
But no, they are, now that they're mounted up, they are pretty aggressive. They're a lot better than the fucking street tires I was gonna buy. So for
Yeah.
$40 more. So.
Yeah, for not that much money to have brand new ATs instead
and a
of
spare. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty.
instead of
happy
an
with
all
this.
season, you get like an actual tire.
I was also thinking about, well, I'm planning to go back up there, which I'll tell you why in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking about getting another set of these I have 2 spare tires for my trailer. If they're also 14s, I'm going to put these on those
For your
rims.
trailer?
My little 5x8.
Oh, I thought you meant your 44.
yeah, no, no.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, no.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
my little 5x8. I think they're either 12s or 14s. If they're 14s, I'm definitely going to pick up another set.
if they're 12s, you can also just get a set.
that
of
way I can just
14-inch.
throw them on as spares because
They're brand new.
I have 2 new ones and I have 2 old ones too. I'm like, well, for spares, I'll just to have, I guess. But either way.
Might as well
Interesting.
get them now while they're.
Well, yeah, while he
Still
has them.
available,
I'm planning to
yeah.
go up there again.
Now that you got a guy, yeah.
I got a guy. Well, I got a guy who's known for golf carts too, because
Mm-hmm.
he's like, dude, I run through he builds fucking 5 a week,
Sure.
like crazy.
Sick.
Custom paints, wheels, lifts, regular maintenance, engine swaps, whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
A little bit of everything.
But I asked him like, well, do you have any like cheap rollers you guys get every now and again? Because I wouldn't mind putting like a Harbor Freight engine in one and just making a decent one, especially.
You mean like the one that you had in your yard?
And then I was so poor I had to sell it for.
Yeah.
I got it for free.
one you got
made
for free-
$350 off of.
The one you
yeah.
got for free and had to sell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was so poor. Yeah, that one. Well, now he has one up there. He's like, yeah, I'd probably give you this if I know you're gonna build it rather than you scrapping it or selling it for parts. I'm like, no, I want to build one.
So you can get it for free and then sell it again when
Well,
you're poor in 3 more months.
maybe.
By the time
We'll
you
see.
like
By
sell
the
your
time I get
house
another
and then
job, maybe.
you sell your house and then dump all that money into the new place.
Maybe.
So is
Or I'll
this
just trip over it for a while.
That yeah.
Is this what triggered the golf cart discussion from the other day?
Oh
when we saw
no,
you?
no, that's what I was gonna get into. Is the girlfriend is like, hey, I kind of want a golf cart. Like, I think it'd be cool. I'm like, Oglesby, they're legal. Hennepin, where I'm gonna be moving, is legal. Like, I'm down with that. And so then she's like, well, maybe I'll just save up and buy side by side. I'm like, also down with that too.
Also cool.
So you
Sick.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, ooh, maybe I will build a golf cart now that I know a guy. He's like, he'll just give me it has everything except the rear axle essentially.
Then
So,
that's depending on what setup, if it's electric or if it's gas.
Well, I was also thinking if I could do a chain swap and do a ATV rear axle.
If it's electric, you probably can't. I would assume it's tied in pretty tightly. I don't know.
Well, he used the rear axle because they're hard to come by in a different one.
Sure.
But he's like, yeah, I mean, you can put anything, like it's all easy. It's all just
all
leaf
easy,
spring and shit.
easy go.
Just kind of depends.
Easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kinda
'cause
depends.
Here's I don't. This isn't exactly, but this is here's from an easy go from 14 to 23. Like
Yeah.
it's all essentially like a
diff center section.
a diff, but it comes out the side.
Yeah.
It's like
You can also do a chain setup with a clutch on the
that
engine
would
side.
work.
Yeah.
But the other one I was thinking of is more like this.
Yeah.
Where it's an inset.
Yeah,
one.
that's you bolt the engine to the axle.
Yeah.
and-
But I suppose
yeah,
it does
that's an
come apart
electric one.
fairly easy. Here's
Yeah.
one with a motor on it. I guess it's really not that bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll say he just had it sitting around. He's like, yeah, I'd probably just give you that. I'm like, well, when I come up and buy that, or I'll buy another set of tires off you for this golf cart because I'll put this on aftermarket wheels.
He's like, if you get this shit out of my way, you can have it. You're
Well,
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
no, dude, he had I bet he had 80 golf carts around in his yard.
Jesus.
He's like, yeah, this is the older style. It has a different steering setup.
Mhm.
So the only thing I could use out of this was the rear axle.
That
I'm
makes
like,
sense.
well, I can find one or I can do a ATV like swing arm setup too.
Yeah,
Just-
could do pretty much anything with it.
yeah. I'm like, that'd be kind of cool. He's like, yeah, I can give you a seat back, like a roof. I'm like, all right.
You just
throw
like-
it. I was debating about setting the tires on the roof of the Subaru and then put it because he's like, I got a forklift. So I was like, set the golf cart on top of the tires
Oh
on
my
the roof of the
God.
Subaru and just strap it around the roof again.
Probably technically would have been
It
fine.
probably would have
still.
worked, but I'm like, man, if I would have known you had this, I would have just brought my trailer in the first place. But
Now you're going back with a trailer.
well, or my truck, yeah, one of the
I guess
two.
it will fit. It will fit in the bed of your truck.
Yeah, it should, yeah. But
You
yeah, I'm
might
like,
have to pop
tempted.
the tailgate off. With the toolbox in there, it'll be close.
Well,
It'll be real close.
Yeah, either way. The last one did. I think it was with the tailgate down, but
Yeah. Well, I guess you could leave when you're not towing a trailer.
Yeah, not
you
towing
can
a
leave it
trailer
down.
either, yeah.
But I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, if you had a trailer,
I'll say I know the
definitely-
last one. I think the last one fit with my tailgate up too. Actually,
It'd be close.
I know it was close. Yeah,
But yeah,
But-
either way,
but yeah. So
neat. So
that's been on my mind a little bit,
you're
but
gonna get a golf cart.
possibly, yeah.
It doesn't-
I literally just have to drive to Joliet and back.
It really doesn't sound like possibly. It sounds like you're buying a golf cart.
Kinda,
That's
yeah.
not,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
getting a golf cart, not even buying it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
Well,
Rally
speaking,
that.
speaking of your property in Hennepin and stuff, you still got some pictures here.
Yeah, I forgot
wanna-
to take pictures of the inside because I was hot and sweaty, and at the time I didn't realize it, but I had poison ivy, which
Yeah.
I'm currently dealing with.
Were
Yeah,
your
you're-
knees weak and arms heavy too?
No, just very sweaty. Very,
Mom
very,
spaghetti.
very sweaty. It's been fucking miserable out lately.
It is fucking
Oh.
gross
Sucks.
outside.
Yeah, what a time to be working on your house.
Oh yeah, I get to swap an
This is
engine in
awful.
F-150 fucking tomorrow too. Yippee,
my
yay for me.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sucks.
You got a
dude.
garage now, so it's great.
I just need to buy fucking air conditioning for it. Yeah.
Insulate it, and then air conditioning, and
Yeah.
then septic, and then
Yeah.
sewer,
It's
and
actually like inside the garage was not bad the last time I was out there. It wasn't too bad. And there was also kind of a breeze that day too, so it was helping a lot.
yeah.
Stop itching your arm.
Itch it more. Itch it
Anyway.
more. Your bones itch.
But yeah,
Take 'em
so don't have any before
Blood
pictures,
hurts.
but you could just kind of imagine this area having a fuck ton of weeds and
I
such
say,
growing around.
you can definitely
everywhere.
tell where it's been messed with. is
Well, so
all of
right in
this.
front, you can kind of see where a sand pile was, the lighter area, the big circle there.
Zoom in.
Yeah, there you can tell there was a sand pile there. There was a dirt pile behind it. There was 2 old skid steer tracks buried under it all.
Tracks.
I'm assuming he was going to use it like to set something on it or something.
Use
I
it-
don't
it's
really
a- yeah,
know.
a
He just
bottom
kind
for
of
something.
had them around, and I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking need these.
No.
So my buddy Matt came over with a backhoe and he fucking moved all the piles for me, got rid of the tracks. There's a fucking huge. It was probably like a 12 by 12 railroad tie,
Oh my god.
just fucking massive. Got that out of there too, and
Mm-hmm.
he threw it on my big burn pile I'm slowly building. But yeah, this like when I first pulled up here, this whole area was fucking terrible. I brought my mower,
Mm-hmm.
the weed eater, and a rake, and just fucking went to town. My mom helped me on it the one day because she's a teacher, so she has the summer off.
Mm-hmm.
So she came out and helped for a while and just tried to get rid of some of this shit.
Try to start clearing some stuff.
Yeah, basically. I don't think there's any pictures of that side of the house.
That's there probably.
I was gonna send you the one. I have one of the listing, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I won't go into it.
yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, there's on the back side of the house. There was
Is this the backside? Or well, this is the other.
I think I have one more picture. Yeah, that's the back
This is
side.
the one you
there.
want. Okay.
Yep. So there was a tree that was. There's 2 trees that were fallen. One of them was cut up, but all the logs had been sitting there for like a couple of years because they were just rotted fully. Those were the ones that I got the poison ivy from. So that's
that
cool.
makes sense.
There's
Smooth.
another one kind of over on the right hand side, kind of falling off the hill right now.
Like, do you mean this guy, or is
yeah,
it
that
even
one.
further? Okay.
Yeah, that's the like
'Cause
that
there's one kind of over
That's basically
here.
where the ravine starts. So I only have that much area behind the garage to kind of
See, because the trees start getting very low very quick.
basically.
How
yeah.
steep is this ravine? Is it like
It goes down 40 feet, 30,
so
40 feet.
it's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, there's spots where you can drive like a Jeep up. It's not
Yeah.
stupid steep.
Is it walkable steep, or is it like, you should?
You'd struggle. I mean, it depends what part you pick, but yeah.
Okay.
There's also like the lower area. There's a big lower area where the house was at one point, which that you can walk up and down very easily. But yeah, as far as like right behind the garage, it's very steep.
Yeah.
But yeah, my goal is to just clear out as much of the shit in the yard or on this back area as possible. Clean it up. Eventually, have grass around there.
Take all the bad out immediately. So you can start building
and then
back nice.
also hopefully try to get some dirt brought in like with semis and stuff and make it. I basically want to make the entire around the garage one level because right now the one side of it is just a huge fucking hole.
Oh sure.
It's where the pool was on the house.
yeah.
Sure.
So it kind of sucks. So I kind of want to
Kind of
get make it to where there's kind of a yard around the garage. Whether or not I put the house right next to the garage or not, don't really know. But at the same time, I kind of want to just make it better.
There's no reason not to either.
Yeah.
Like this is the best time to make it better is when you have the time to do it.
Yeah, before anything's there and in the way and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say the only thing like next to the garage I have now is all my scrap steel and stuff. I was actually talking with Marcus about buying a shed because like I looked at it, found a couple of them on Marketplace, and every now and again there's a deal, but it's also like how much do you trust a used shed that's 10 years old and probably rotten out and whatnot? But
It's just made out of boards. You just screw a couple more to
well,
it, I guess,
yeah.
but
But by the time you fucking transfer it and shit too, I'm like, maybe I'm
getting
like,
it there is the pain.
well, I was expecting. I remember last time I looked at some of his sheds, I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of money for fucking just a wood shed.
for a shed.
But
they're nice.
looking at them again, I'm like, okay, if I was willing to spend like $2 to $3 grand on a used one, or like I was hoping to spend like $1,500 to $2 grand on a used one, I'm like, maybe buying a new one for $3 and having it delivered and not worrying about it would be pretty nice.
Would be kind of nice.
And
to
then
just-
off of that, I'd probably build a little lean-to, or not maybe a lean-to, but for sure a little steel rack to throw all my steel on the side of the shed, essentially.
okay,
Just to get that shit up off the ground, essentially, so I can mow around it.
I suppose. Well, then you have to more on the steel rack, but yeah,
Yeah.
same idea.
But yeah, just kind of
There's one
slowly
more.
getting ideas and shit.
Th-
Yeah,
that's
that's all
just
my
the other-
steel rack there.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd put the shed back there or somewhere else. But
somewhere like that.
it's a hell of a lot better than it was.
yeah, just a little bit of cleaning. Makes
Yeah, you
a
can
huge
fucking walk
difference.
around. Actually, we were able to get a pretty big size backhoe in between the big tree and the garage there. It was a John Deere 410, so it was fairly big. I was
Sure.
pretty surprised. But yeah, my buddy Matt brought it over. We loaded up all the down logs and shit into it. He was able to grab one of the stump that was left in the ground. It has the backhoe the excavator arm on the back of it. He's able to grab it, lift it up, hold it there, and then he spun around and drove out. So he just drug it out. So that was really nice. Didn't have to worry about cutting it short and then digging it up later.
Or
and
trying
this
to
and that. He just
burn it
yanked
out or
up.
grind the stump. Or,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
like
any,
fucking perfect. He was doing that while I was building one of the storage shelves inside of the garage. So
nice.
yeah, it worked out pretty good. I was only there for like 2 hours that day too. So
Yeah, looks like it's coming together pretty nicely.
yeah, I'll take a lot more pictures next time. But
That's what we all say.
yeah, next time, or one of the bigger things I want to do is try to get the outside walkway done. Which I'll
Okay.
say if you want to pull that side picture up, you can kind of see the
Which one do you want?
the white one. Yeah.
This one.
Yep. The window there, the bottom of the window is 10 feet off the ground.
Okay.
But that's the window. I'm gonna replace the window with a door, so the bottom of the door will be 2-3 feet shorter than the window.
Sure.
That'll be where that is.
That's where you're gonna access the
that's where the
upstairs.
ladder is gonna be up alongside that side of the garage there. So,
Okay.
But yeah, that's my
Because you're
plan
gonna
anyway.
live about right here.
Yeah, up in the top part.
I'm just curious where they got Lowe's house wrap from.
Peoria.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah.
I guess Peoria is really not all that far from Hennepin.
Yeah, it's
Like-
40 minutes as opposed to
And like
25. to-
Peru's, yeah, 25, 30.
So,
So,
yeah.
it's really not that different,
Mm-hmm.
I suppose.
But yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I had my 4-wheeler out there. I'm leaving it out there now.
Sure.
Rode around the property, found a property line. I found some ribbons. I wasn't 100% sure if that was it. Rode to the bottom of the hill and I was basically in the guy's yard who lives right on the main road that where I'm living next to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So parked the 4-wheeler, walk up to his house. He was out actually watering some plants and stuff. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Like, just moved it up there. I was riding around. Like, didn't mean to ride on your land. I was just kind of, I'd rather come up and ask you now and say, hey, where's my line start
Trying to
at?
find where the line is.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, it was up on top of the hill. It was those pink ribbons and stuff. I'm like, okay. I thought I owned way more into the timber. Apparently not. Apparently I own. There's a long grass strip. Apparently I own a lot of that. I thought the grass strip area was the roundabout that I live on. Yeah. Like the supposed roundabout.
Okay. So it's shaped a little differently than you thought.
Yeah, I just really need to have the fucking county come out and mark where their roundabout is.
Fair.
So that's about it. But yeah, no, it's just kind of getting an idea of what all I own. I own basically all ravine. All extra land around it is just ravine.
Like the usable land is the smallest part.
Yeah, there is one big area to put a house, but it's far away from the garage.
Okay.
There's a small little like high area kind of near the garage. There's one dip in the middle. It's probably be a 50 feet wide dip, which is the entrance. It's where the pool sat and the old house used to be.
Okay.
On the right hand side of the dip is the garage. The left hand side, there's a possibility of putting a house there. It'd be kind of iffy. I think it'd be pretty close. It just depends.
You almost need like a site planner to come out and be like, here's all the options. What
more or less
like,
I need
you
to
see
figure
a
out
problem
where
with any
we
of
can
these?
put the septic.
Yeah.
And if we can put the house there, when we dig the foundation of the house where we put all the extra dirt,
Right.
like just kind of depends.
Yeah.
It's also a very sandy area too. So like I don't want to take away. I don't want to build on the side of a hill.
You want
if
to
I don't have
undermine
to.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to try to build somewhere that's not going to fall in on itself.
It's half the fun.
But yeah, it's all a matter of how close I can build to the supposed roundabout that isn't clearly marked, and there's no there was never a roundabout there. It was just plotted for it.
It was planned for one. It never really happened.
Yeah, but I'm like, all right. So now I'm like, well, cool. Where is it at? So I don't build on top of it, and you guys make me demolish my house to fucking move it off the roundabout.
Yeah, where am I allowed to be?
Yeah. So, but I'm not paying $1,200 for a surveyor to come out and tell me that.
No.
When it's the city's fucking roundabout.
Yeah, like, hey,
if
your
they
thing's
don't,
here,
I'll
come
say
mark
if they
it.
don't care, then fucking so be it.
But you need to get that in writing that they don't
Yeah,
care.
exactly.
because
Like
as soon as you don't,
yeah,
you're
there
gonna
is
get
literally
screwed.
it is a asphalt road up until the other guy's driveway. My driveway is technically gravel right in front of the garage.
Right.
And then it's just fucking dirt and grass. There is no
There's no nothing.
yeah, there's not
anywhere.
a single area of roundabout. So
Yeah, there's not like a specific place where you're like, oh, here's clearly where it's gonna go.
yeah, there's zero signs of it. So
Yeah, well, that'll be fun to figure out.
yeah, but yeah, I probably should start finding that out here soon.
Try
but
to learn some things,
yeah.
do some maps.
Oh,
and some
but
looking.
a big fucking kick in the balls actually. The guy who was trying to buy my house, Josh.
Yeah.
He was going through Rocket Mortgage. They sent out an
Okay.
appraiser. The appraiser came back at $115,000. So they were gonna make him on top of his he was planning to put like $20,000 down.
Right.
On top of that, they were gonna make him do another $21,000 to make up for the difference
Well, that's
of
kind of how you did yours when you got it.
yeah, but mine was only $7,000 different.
Yeah, but you pulled all the stuff hiding the foundation. You pulled all that off and made it look worse there.
Yeah, but also the appraiser didn't even care.
No.
Like, didn't take a picture of it. Didn't even bother to look at it.
The appraiser's just some guy. He doesn't care.
Oh yeah, he didn't give a fuck. But also, I'm like, how is first off, my house it appraised for 125 before I bought it in 2018. The housing market is fucking.
It's gone way
It's
up.
1.5 times what it used to be. I'm like, it should be worth at least what I appraised for me.
Right.
Not to mention even more.
Yeah.
So I asked Josh, I'm like, can you talk to your people at Rocket and ask them about a reappraisal? Because I think that's bullshit. Like, I think it should be at least 125. From there, we can kind of work out the difference. But
Right. Yes.
I don't think it's that far off.
it's not even close at that
And
point.
so they came back. They're like, all right, you need to find 3 properties within a mile of your house that sold within the last year that you think are equal to and have sold for more.
That's everything around you.
Oh, I came up
Anything
with
that's sold.
3 that sold within the last 6 months. I sent him back almost immediately. It was
Yeah.
like 20 minutes later. I had 3 examples.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
have
like,
to look
send
very
these to
hard.
your guy. I think they're fucking nuts.
I don't think a house in Oglesby will sell for less than $100,000.
No,
Like even like the small shitty ones.
no,
Like,
yeah, it's pretty fucking bad. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing for sale in Oglesby almost ever.
and it's always expensive.
oh yeah, it's
Like it's not a bad town, but
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's
for
just
whatever
expensive.
reason, it's very expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strange.
So, but yeah. So dealing with that now, which tried to call the bank yesterday. Juneteenth, love that. Fucking
get bank
called
holidayed.
him 3 times. On the third one, I hung up yelling. I'm like, "Fucking goddamn it, Nick's off. It's a holiday. God damn it!"
It was literally like 9 o'clock in the morning. We were here, or whatever. My boss is like, "So the bank's closed today?" I'm just like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, well, "That's a holiday." He's like,
yeah,
banks.
fucking totally just over my head. I'm like, "Oh yeah, whoops."
You're like, "Oh, it's just closed today."
Yeah.
Get fucked.
But yeah, so I'm like, all right, cool. I'll call him today. Called him today, Thursday. Asked for my fucking mortgage dealer, and she's not in till Saturday.
She's
I'm like,
out for 2 more days.
oh my god, I just need to talk to somebody.
So you call them on a Saturday, but they don't really
Well,
want
I
to
was-
work on Saturday, so they're gonna
Yeah,
do
Saturdays don't count at the bank.
No.
No.
But I told Josh, I'm like, well, maybe I can just sign over my loan to you, and you pay me the difference. Like it's $50,000 is.
there may be some.
But yeah, I'm
if-
like, maybe they'll give you a personal loan for 50, and you just take over my loan.
Yeah,
and
it's
you,
like-
and you deal with it however you want.
if the two of you are like getting along on this and not
Yeah.
just like outright sell it, never.
Well,
talk to this person,
I
you
think
know.
he's finally fed up with Rocket Mortgage. I'm like, I don't know why you would have fucking done a mortgage through an online bank
Yeah.
anyway.
because it sounds convenient until you try it.
Yeah, like it's been nothing but headaches. I'm like, yeah, this all fucking sucks, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
yeah,
But
shit's fucky. So that's
yeah,
slowing
so-
down.
yeah, so I'm slowly trying to tell him like just go to the local bank that it's in our town.
Or like, hey, let's both go to my bank. We'll
yeah,
talk
together,
to our
talk to the
people.
lady together and figure something out, which
you're
I
like-
think he's kind of on board with at this point.
Yeah, you're
so.
like, I am going to sell my house to this guy.
Yeah.
And I know this guy. I've known this guy for years.
Yeah, he makes more money than I do. He can afford my loan and then some.
Yeah.
Like his truck's paid off. He has nothing overhead. Like
Yeah.
he
He's fine.
can afford this. I
Yeah.
promise.
He can do it.
But yeah,
Yeah, he's
so-
not unemployed 7 months out of the year.
Yeah, he might be
Probably not 7.
a
probably
handful.
3. Yeah.
But yeah. But whenever he wants to work, he travels like a motherfucker. So
Yeah.
he's been to Maryland like 5 times for work.
Christ.
buys a house to not
Pipeline
be there.
shit.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Big fan of that.
But yeah, so yeah, that's been fun. Dealing with that.
It really sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
It sounds so much fun.
Yep. Yeah, I was banking on the fact that the closing date was like middle of July. Now I'm
Not
like,
anymore.
yep.
You're like, if it's the middle of September, you might be lucky.
Yeah, I don't know. I did have somebody else text me today, and they were like, "Hey, want some info on the house?" I'm like,
You're like, it appraised
like-
for 115. I can't go any
I'm
lower
just
than
gonna, I'm gonna tell
140.
him. I told him, I'm like, "Hey, I have somebody else in line, but I'm definitely gonna keep your number just in case. That way, if Josh is like, I don't know what to tell you,
He'd
I'll
be like-
have this guy fucking set up a closing, and
Yeah, eventually he'll be like, I don't know, whatever.
yeah,
I'll just
here
do
you
something
go.
else.
Yeah, something. But
But then that guy might be gone by then. You might lose your buyer.
yeah, fuck, I don't know. That's why I'm hoping to figure something. Like, if Josh can't get the loan through them, then I don't know what he's gonna do, or if he even wants the house still. So
Yeah, if he has to put a bunch of cash on top of it, it doesn't
yeah,
really make
which
a ton
I'm not.
of sense.
I'm okay with keeping the house for a while longer. Like I'm not dead set on moving out right now either way.
Right.
So it's going to be a while before I get the house. I was just hoping to get that money for the septic
To kinda
and
get
air
stuff
conditioning
rolling,
and
yeah.
insulation and shit on the garage. So,
Sorry, Blue.
but
Just
yeah,
bonked Blue in the head.
now that I'm also fucking unemployed, that doesn't help either. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should try not doing that. Oh, leg cramp. Fuck me.
yeah, I'm thinking about calling the other district and trying to get work basically further away. But work is work. Sorry, Brian's
kills
dying. I'm
the
trying to
man.
talk through it because it'll be a dead spot, but he's struggling.
Yep,
It's-
leg cramp.
happens.
Love that. Big
Uh,
fan of that. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, dead spot. All right.
Yeah, no,
Well,
that's
glad
pretty
we-
much it,
Glad
yeah.
we got there.
Blue is under the table looking at you like, what's going on?
Yeah, I like bumped her head a little bit with my foot, and I went to like move it like
Oh,
sideways,
and then it
and it
cramped.
cramped right there. I'm like, now
Yeah.
she's like, she
Well,
thinks
Blue
it's
has
her
been
fault.
like really like whiny lately. I don't know if it's just because Chloe's been around a lot and she's getting used to more attention or what.
Used to
She's
more
been
than one
like,
person around.
She's been like very like begging more, and I'm like, I can't tell if you're like in pain or hurting or like just
bored.
lovey or bored. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
She's like, hey man, pay attention. I'm right here.
I'm like, yeah, I suppose.
Probably. Okay. Well, anyway, we can move into a couple other little things.
Mm-hmm.
So, the racing jerseys and T-shirts
Mm-hmm.
got ordered
Yes.
from,
Munich.
well, from the company that, it's Owao,
Mm-hmm.
Owao or whatever. But to get them here on time, they're supposed to be here tomorrow. Had to get like super express processing and then the fastest shipping.
Mm-hmm.
But it said guaranteed delivery date of tomorrow, which is the 21st.
yeah.
Yep.
I don't think that's going to happen. So I paid all this extra, and I don't think they're going to show up. So I'm gonna pop up the FedEx real quick. So
Mind you,
hide
this
the
was a
tracking ID.
$1,200 order.
Yeah, it really was. So you could see right here, they left from Regensburg, DE, and Kaitlyn made a very astute discovery. Like, oh, they're in Delaware. That's what
Yeah.
DE stands for.
Uh-huh.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Is
Yes,
Denmark.
but no.
It's
Delaware.
Denmark.
Is it Denmark?
No.
It's Denmark.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
no.
Damn.
Okay.
DE does stand for Delaware. However, these are in Germany.
Oh.
DE is Deutschland.
Ah.
it
The
is
Rammstein song?
Deutschland.
Yes.
Holy
Literally,
shit.
that's where they're
Yes.
from. But
They made a Rammstein song
Yeah.
a real thing.
they are in Germany. And they were going to
Oh,
somehow ship
no.
here on Wednesday, and they'll get here Friday from
Yeah, no.
center Germany, and they still haven't
Yeah.
left Germany.
You'll
Yeah.
be seeing those like 2 weeks from now.
It had a guaranteed date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the very least, you'll get some money back on
So
that,
it was like,
bet.
I was looking at it, and it's like, because the shipping popped up, I'm like, oh, sweet. And they're like, I saw it, and it said like 4:09 p.m. right here, and it was like 11 in the morning. And I'm like, how the fuck is it 4 p.m.? And I'm like,
because it's 4 p.m.
so I
in
search
Germany.
Steineck DE.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just search Google for that. And it is about over here. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
that looks like a place, right? And you're like, oh, wait a minute. You
That
zoom
is-
out.
That looks nice.
It's over there.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Rip.
over here. Somehow it's right now it's about here. Yeah, it's in Cologne,
Mm-hmm.
which is about here. So in the past day and a half, it's made it from there to like here.
Yeah.
But they'll be here tomorrow, I'm sure. It's guaranteed.
Well,
Well,
I
no, they
mean,
moved the date back till
They did move
Saturday.
the date back to Saturday now, which
So
sucks.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's becoming more likely that it'll show up on the date. But when you move the goalpost, anything's possible.
Yeah, if you just keep moving it. So yeah, the delivery status literally like at 7:00 tonight got
Yeah.
updated to running late.
Yep.
Like because when Andy was here early, a little, like 6:30 or whatever. I was
We
talking to
talked
him
about it
it.
yesterday too.
Yeah, but like when you got here, it wasn't
Mhm.
running.
Yeah,
late
you were
yet.
slowly. Yeah, you were looking at it.
It
yeah.
started running late after like once Nick and Kaitlyn got here.
Mhm.
So yeah, it is.
Well, hold on. What was the go up to the little yellow?
This which one?
Yeah, right there. Running late. Was it 9:21 p.m.?
Yeah, as of 9:21 p.m. in German
So that would have been
time,
like 6 hours ago, or
6 or 7 or
Yeah.
8 hours ago.
Okay.
So like
Well, it might be on an overnight plane over here.
yes, but I'm
Well,
thinking
yeah.
like once it gets here, I'm trying to figure out where it's gonna be once it gets here.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the closest like
Oh.
flight hub I think is Missouri,
Mm-hmm.
which from there it would be the next day.
Yeah.
I
So if it gets here
it go-
tonight or tomorrow,
If
like,
it-
it could get there Saturday.
if it lands here soon, which it could,
Mm-hmm.
they could get it to Missouri or be at Missouri if they get unpackaged and somehow to Morton before 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
It could show up here tomorrow.
Yeah.
I just don't see that happening,
Yeah.
especially when it says running late.
I'll say possibility of
I
it
don't-
coming on Saturday.
Yeah.
Maybe like it getting
like,
that extra day. It could.
it does
happen,
in
but-
fact have like standard transit 6:21:24 before 8 p.m. Like it does.
If they could really run it out to the buzzer till 8 p.m. Like
in theory, they can
Yeah.
run trucks from Missouri to here. Like
Yeah.
they don't have to stop in Morton and like.
yeah.
And it's like, technically, I paid for it. And it says deliver.
Yeah, they might
week-
send one truck.
It does say deliver
one single.
weekday, so it's like
Yeah.
it'll be really fun to find out if they like, because their website when you put in all the shipping stuff, it has a like there's different layers for shipping or whatever. Like it said guaranteed delivery date this day.
Yeah.
Above it, it had a different one that said like estimated delivery date for a different option.
Mm-hmm.
But the option that I chose didn't have the like estimated. It said guaranteed. So
Yeah.
if it doesn't show up, I can at least save a bunch of money because I can contact
That's
them and be
true.
like, hey, it said guaranteed and I paid you up front and then it didn't show up. Like, since I paid for all the extra processing and stuff to get it done quicker and it didn't show up, you want to like reimburse me some of that? Because that'd be cool, you know? On a $1,200 order of t-shirts, it'd be nice to get a little bit back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Well,
by the time this comes out, we'll know. So
I'm guessing by Monday you'll see it.
Well, that's not going to help when our event's on
That's-
Sunday.
I
Yeah.
know. I
now
know.
that's like unfortunate. Yeah, I could have been like, well, we're not gonna have him for this one anyway. But it's like it's right on the deadline.
I know,
so
it's like right there.
we'll see.
Bummer.
Yeah.
I might have to like do some contacting and some speed dialing tomorrow to see what's what.
Yeah.
If they're like, hey, we can get it to the Morton branch, but we can't deliver it, I'll be like, well, fuck, I'll just take off work and drive down there. I got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't know how far Morton is.
Yeah, was it?
It's like an hour.
An hour. It's just south
a little
of
south
Peoria.
of Peoria, ain't it?
Southeast, I think.
It's
yeah.
really not far. Let me just click it.
As long as it's not peaking.
Southeast of
Yeah.
Peoria. Yep.
You could have picked it up today.
Which,
Damn
if
near,
that's
yeah.
the case, then
Google
if
Maps-
it's not here on Sunday for your event, Nick and I are not going to be supporting you with our custom T-shirts until
Yeah.
1 hour,
August.
1 hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah, till
whatever.
August. That's the next one we can make.
Yeah.
Mm.
But either way, it is what it is. I mean, it doesn't bother me any. And if they're late, then I get to get a bunch of money back, hopefully.
Yeah,
And then
that's
if
true.
not, I can be mad about it.
True.
So that's always
Send a
fun.
lot of emails.
That's
Give
always
them a bad
free.
Yelp
Yeah.
review.
Yeah, be like, they lied to me. I'm like, well, not really. FedEx screwed up, but they lied to me.
Yeah.
Use the power of your podcast.
Yeah, don't write guaranteed on your shipping if it doesn't show up on that time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or don't try to overnight it from Germany.
Yeah. that's,
Either that or
uh,
they're gonna press the fuck out of you.
The fact
so-
that it said 1 to 2 day shipping
Yeah.
from mainland Germany is crazy.
Now, did it say Germany when you went to order them, or
So
did you look at that?
The company is based out of Germany, but it didn't
Oh, okay.
specifically say that it was shipping from Germany.
Oh, I understand.
So it's like,
yeah, like they might have a USA hub or something.
that's I figured.
Right.
I saw
Yeah.
DE.
which a lot of places do, yeah.
I saw DE is in Delaware. I'm like, oh, cool. Like maybe.
Oh, I did too. I jumped to, oh, that's Delaware.
Yeah, if it
Yeah,
wasn't for
no.
the weird time thing, I'm like, why is it 4 p.m. then? But it's like it doesn't specifically say they'll ship from Germany,
mm-hmm.
but it does say somewhere about like German manufacturing or something.
Probably at the very bottom.
Some way in here. Actually, let me just Control F.
German manufacturing, isn't that
0 for 0.
Volkswagen?
Okay, whatever. Either way,
Usually all the way at the bottom has something.
it usually says somewhere.
Yeah.
But like they have like U.S., Great Britain, Australia, other countries. I'm like, oh, they must have a hub all over the place.
Yeah.
I can see why you would think that, yeah.
Yeah. But it's like maybe just the motocross jerseys are made in Germany. You know, it's like I don't know shit, man.
But you ordered a combination of like everything, though, didn't you?
Yeah, there's a couple of
So-
different things.
Mm-hmm.
It
but-
was,
Womp
Eh,
womp.
who knows,
If it shows up late, it shows up late.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
either way, womp womp.
Yep, you'll have that on these big jobs.
You will.
At the very least, I get to save some money, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Or it'll be cutting it very close to Sunday morning.
Well, the problem is it's
Yeah.
FedEx,
And they suck.
and they suck.
yeah. So.
It's like on the
don't
website
know.
it says deliver weekday,
Yeah.
so it's like there's a chance that if they don't think they're gonna make it, they just won't even bother.
That's true.
Oh,
I don't know why it
probably,
has
yeah.
to. Like, I guess normally it's a business ordering bulk T-shirt designs and stuff, not like some dude.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it technically wants you to sign for delivery.
Yeah.
So they gave me instructions. Are like, if you write a note with your name and your address and the order number and the tracking number, then we can leave it. I'm like, the note's gonna blow away at my parents' house. It'll be
fucking duct tape it to
Yeah.
the door.
just like tape all
that's
around
what
the
I have
note.
to do. That's what I
And
have to
they'll-
do when I order from Samsung.
But then they'll just go to the other door of the house and be like, no note, and drive away.
Yeah.
Because the house has 3 doors on it. I'll have to put one on every door of the house. And it'll just show up to Brandon's house anyway.
yeah.
The amount of time that stuff shows up down there anyway.
Samsung is like that now.
Yeah.
Ever since COVID, like before,
I mean, they're-
before you had to sign it, but you could go in like the delivery manager app of theirs or something, just like either sign it electronically
Yeah,
or
like-
just have it shipped to Walgreens.
You like acknowledge you're like,
Yeah. Now you
drop
can't.
it off.
You have to be fucking home now.
I mean, for a $1,000-$1,200 thing that's
Yeah.
easy to steal, I guess.
I get it. I mean, they did it with our tablet, but I mean, the FedEx driver fucked up twice.
That's FedEx.
They
for
tried
ya.
giving it to the wrong address twice.
The fact that wrong address didn't take it twice is crazy.
I
Well,
know, right?
no one answered the door.
Lucky.
That's why no one did.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it's a little 10-pound. I don't know if it's a box or a bag or whatever. But it's like
27 by 43 by 21
centimeters. So it's like 1 foot by just over a foot. You know,
Yeah.
The rabbits might like that.
The
All
box.
those shirts are packaged in that small of a box, really?
They're probably shrink wrapped. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
even
that
if
makes
not,
sense.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Mhm.
let's
Wow.
see, it's like 20 shirts total.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I don't know, something like that. We'll see.
Interesting.
We'll see. Maybe we won't see. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll get lost. Lost in the sea.
If that box is a decent size, will you save it for our rabbits?
Well, it's 27 by 43 by 21 centimeters.
I don't know what centimeters is in inches, and I don't know how
It was
big
1
our
foot
rabbits-
by almost a foot and whatever the fuck. You
A-
just said it.
a centimeter or 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters.
Okay, well, when you get it and you look at it, if you think that you could fit a rabbit in there, can you
It's
save it
it's
for
like
us?
it'll be 10 inches wide, about 8 inches tall, and probably that'd be about 14 inches long. So yes,
Okay.
you can put two
Uh,
two loaves
when,
of
hey,
rabbit
when you
in
get
there.
your steel
Thank you.
order, just give them a sheet of 4x8 cardboard.
We don't get a bunch of cardboard because if
I
we
don't-
order from Haggerty, they don't give us cardboard.
I don't
Like,
want a sheet either. I need to make like
Box.
a foraging box for
Yeah,
them.
you can just cut out.
I don't want to have
template.
to do work.
It's
She's,
free.
She's
Suck
right.
it.
She's right though. Work sucks.
Yes.
I know.
They're just gonna eat the cardboard box anyways. So
Not if you wrap it in USB-C cables, they'll eat those first.
that's true. That's true.
They'll be like, this shit delicious.
Yes.
So many phone chargers sacrificed to the rabbits.
That's just got to be awful.
So many. I just lost another one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember
I'm
you
out of
posting
phone
it.
chargers.
You know, like wireless charge, but like run it through the wall up to the phone.
I'm gonna have to. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I had gizmos in the walls too. Fuck it.
That's true.
It's like
it. Yeah.
if you undo the light bulbs out of your fan and put a socket up there with a plug on it, you could probably run a cord out of
There
there.
you
Maybe.
go.
Then they can't get to it because it
That's-
would be up high.
Yeah.
Like, who thought to put outlets low to the ground? Come on, you should have thought about people with exotic pets such as rabbits,
Damn.
who are
Let 'em-
very rare and few
Wait,
and far between.
Okay, when was the electrical code written?
Yeah.
1938.
Yeah, probably earlier than that even. Yeah.
Nobody had pet rabbits in their house in 1938.
No, rabbits were for eating back then.
I know.
I think the electrical was updated in the 80s or 90s. Or
Oh, it's
appraisal said.
modern then. It's fine.
It's fine.
Knob and
The
through.
outlets just aren't, but the
Yeah.
wiring, it's good.
It's wiring.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
Good enough.
It's
I
not
guess.
cloth wiring. That's all that matters.
Cloth wire.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's see. What
Yes,
else?
I
do
just
we
need a
got?
box to put a rabbit in.
Well, there will be a box.
Okay.
We just throw boxes away all the time.
Yeah, I was say I wish you would have told me that like a month ago. I've thrown so many away.
Well, I didn't
Fuck.
know we needed a box until I cleaned them today and realized that they had destroyed the one that I was using. So
Yeah.
Fair.
yeah.
I get some halfway decent boxes. I don't know if they're big enough though. I can check them. They're like probably 8 by like 12 or 14.
Okay.
They might work.
That
but
works.
Think about
those are like double wall, like good boxes.
rabbit size.
Cool.
They're
That's all I
roughly
need.
rabbit sized. They might be a little bit small for them. But if they loaf out, they probably won't fit.
Yeah.
Well, they don't usually loaf. They just kind of dig at what's in there and pick
Yeah.
stuff out. Because I create them. They're spoiled and they get a foraging box, which is filled with newspapers and treats and hay.
Which
Just to give them
what,
something to
what,
do.
what newspaper? What are they reading these days?
News Trib,
right now
Chicago
it's-
Trib.
Daily Wire.
Right now, it's the Chicago Times because we got a bunch of Chicago Times newspapers.
It's something kind of like this.
Damn, that's a beautiful rabbit,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
See, and you put their little veggies in there, and then they have to dig for their food instead of just getting their food.
Instead of just eating, they have to work for it.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
to work for it because then apparently that wears them out, so that they stop destroying your house.
They're so frustrated about eating.
Somewhat.
They're just like, fine, I'll do this, I guess.
It encourages their natural foraging habits.
Ah, yes.
Look at this dude.
The predator inside the rabbit needs to come
Damn.
out.
Aw,
Look how
that's
huge.
a
This
cute.
is a really small box, or this thing is huge. I'm assuming
that looks like a huge
I'm
bunny.
assuming it's a small. I don't know. The grass looks pretty short. I think this thing's just big.
Yeah.
Damn. Good for him.
Probably a Holland lop of some sort.
Big old lop. Yeah, I don't know what any of that means. It's not like rabbit
Breed.
words.
Yeah.
Some rabbits have ears that stand up, and other rabbits have ears that flop.
Kind of like dogs.
The
Correct.
rabbits with ears that flop down are
All
lop.
flop ears.
That
rabbits.
makes a lot of sense.
Wow.
What type of rabbit is blue?
A big one.
Flemish giant.
Yeah.
Literally humongous. Okay.
Blue eats rabbits for breakfast. Let's be real.
She carried around a bunny one time, and all of a sudden, she didn't kill it. She could have,
It
but
was
she didn't.
screaming
Oh, yeah.
for its
Aw.
life.
She was just hanging out with it.
She just
Yeah.
wanted a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, trying to think if there's any other housekeeping to get done here. It's like
Yeah.
rallies this weekend. It's like
Yeah, gearing up for that.
my car is, I think, done.
Yeah. Oh, I saw Michael today when I was getting Jimmy John's in Peru.
Yeah.
He honked at me. I'm like,
Yeah, who the
I looked over. I'm like, what the fuck? And the tint and it's really dark.
It's fucking dark.
So I'm like,
it's
I'm like,
awesome.
what the fuck? I'm like, oh yeah, that one guy.
Yeah, you're like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. You can hear that guy.
Yeah, I did.
Car's fucking noisy, but
Yep.
So who's all participating this weekend? I know you are, Brian.
All four of us. It'd be
All four of you,
Michael, Marcus, Brian, and me.
yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nick is camera shooting again, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually dial the settings on the camera before you take
Yes,
it down.
please.
Yeah.
Because like he's like, we just kind of started. I had to start changing settings on the fly, and it turned out really good.
Yeah, I cannot shoot pictures outside with an ISO of 1,000.
No, definitely not.
Were you trying to use manual on that?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No,
They turned out really nice.
Yeah, if I did auto, it didn't look like as sporty.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I may have the auto fucked up. I'm not gonna pretend.
Oh
it
no,
might not be.
I tried fucking with the auto as much as I could. It's kind of restricted on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
well,
better off shooting manual.
yeah, I would believe it because I only use it for video.
Right.
So it's like
Right.
Any
right.
settings that I need to tweak to get it better, I just don't mess with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And there's nothing wrong with using auto on a camera like that.
no, it worked.
It just depends what you're using.
Yeah,
it for.
auto is pretty good. If you're taking stills of something not moving, it's probably great.
Yes, then yeah, I would use that.
But
if
as
I
soon
was
as
just taking
something's moving,
stills.
it kind of blurs all the
Correct.
A little bit of motion blur.
Yes.
All my homies hate motion blur,
Yeah.
except for Andy. He leaves it on his TV.
What?
I think it was like when we went to play Guitar Hero the one day. You noticed.
Oh,
the
yeah.
motion
Oh yeah,
blur
he had
was
like the
still on.
smoothness
Yeah,
on too.
image
yeah.
smoothing. It's all like blurry.
I don't know what any of that means, Andy. I'm with you.
I mean, I had it on fucking video game mode because I used to play my Xbox on it.
Until we
but-
switched to the PS2 and you didn't.
Yeah.
Like it switched inputs, but didn't. It switched game mode off. Instead of
Yeah,
leaving
it was
on.
some
Yeah,
weird
it's
shit,
by
It was
It was
awful.
very
Yeah.
hard to play.
It
My
was-
dad's LG is the same fucking way.
brutal.
I'll be honest, LG is a fucking LTV. I've been using my Samsung TV in my bedroom a lot more,
Yeah.
and like has like 100 or 200 free channels.
Watch free plus.
fucking
Yeah.
all the
Oh,
other,
that's
like it's a lot.
It's,
better
it's
TV.
Pluto
Pluto.
TV. It's Pluto TV with an extra layer on
I,
top.
I
Yeah,
don't
sure.
know what it is exactly. Yeah.
It's Pluto.
Been
Yeah.
watching. Been watching Swamp People. It's pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
Pluto's
just the-
goaded.
Yeah,
Pluto
it's just that
TV
TV,
is-
that channel is the one that auto boots now. I'm like, all right, I'll watch it for 10 minutes before I go to YouTube.
Mine's
But-
usually on Stories by AMC.
oh hell yeah.
So it'll play Breaking Bad every once in a while, but
Mm.
I think when we
Hell
open up Pluto, it just goes straight to cops.
yeah, it's a good
I did see.
channel
I
to
did
be
see
on,
the
though.
cops channel. I'm like, I know it's gonna be. I know I'm gonna sit here and watch 2
And
hours.
it's all
of fucking
it's
cops,
always old
dude.
episodes, and
Yeah.
it's like they have
It's the good ones.
They have brand new like 2003 Crown Vics, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
because they still have like non-LED like whirly lights on
Oh
top.
yep.
But I'm like, it's the same body style.
yeah,
It's so
it looks so
nice.
modern and cool.
Like I've been in that. They have the single gauge in the center instead of the.
oh
dual
yep,
gauge.
yep.
Speaking of gauges, so
Oh.
my rally car doesn't have a coolant gauge.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really irritates me.
Caitlin's
Fair.
old Elantra didn't either.
It's got
Yeah.
a coolant light. It'll say coolant cold.
Is it like blue?
It's blue. It's
Yeah.
a little thermostat with a C.
Yep.
And then apparently there's a hot one. If it's like boiling, it'll like light up. I'm assuming red. With, like,
Yeah,
an
hers
H or
would light up
something.
red. Yes.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's the
What
same
the fuck?
things.
Yeah.
I don't think my current car has one either.
That's why it probably doesn't. Most things like
Yeah.
No, yours only has an oil.
Yeah.
Mine's got a temperature.
I don't have that either. But it's like for
Interesting.
racing, it's like it'd be nice to like I don't know see that every once in a while
Yeah.
instead of
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's
Oh, wait, no.
1 degree under boiling over the whole
No,
time.
you do have a temperature gauge.
Yeah.
Do I?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't. I only look at the speedometer.
You also
And
only,
half the
only
time
drive
I
your
don't.
car like what, twice a week?
Correct. I work from home, so
Same.
my car doesn't leave my driveway
Yeah.
most days of the week.
Me
Time you have to
too.
get an oil change, the oil's just going to be evaporated.
I know. I know.
You gotta start rallying the thing, and they get
I
miles on it.
tried.
Both of my sisters had issues with their oil over the weekend, and I was like, I should check mine. It's
Yeah.
completely full. It's fine.
You're like, I should. It's just over the top of the dipstick.
Yeah,
It's
it hasn't,
completely
hasn't
full.
been used. It's fine.
The entire tube.
You
is
go to
just
drain it and it's still like brand new from the jug.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like the people who change the oil at 3 months or 3,000 miles. It's like, bro, you haven't even used this yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
have to do it
Dude,
by the month. I
save that
promise.
oil.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Apparently that's the thing. Like old people, they'll like just get their oil changed like once a month just for
Yep.
something to do.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, you've been here 3 times this month. Like, you can't change this.
It's
It's too new.
expensive.
Not when you're
Brother,
bored,
you have
apparently.
no clue. Try
They
owning
need-
a diesel
expensive.
pickup
How
truck.
many gallons of oil do you need?
Oh fuck.
4?
Hold on.
Oh,
I'll,
God.
I'll
Oh my
pull up my
gosh.
stats.
It's like 15
my
or
average.
16
It's
quarts.
usually.
Wow.
I also do my. I have a frame-mounted fuel filter and an engine bay fuel filter.
That might
If I
catch on
do,
fire.
if I do that and an oil, those two and an oil change, it's like $320.
Holy cow.
Yeah, oil.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Fuck.
Yeah, because it's literally gallons.
13 quarts.
So that is
Oh.
4 1/4 gallons. of
Wow.
oil.
Yeah.
No, 3 1/4. 3 1/4 gallons of
Yeah.
oil.
Yep. So.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice not having to do anything to my car because it just sits there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Ooh,
just
I'm
gets-
about ready for an oil change.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Hell yeah.
Can you afford it?
No.
You gotta sell these tires.
yeah. Fuck.
You could buy a golf cart for free and then sell it for $300 and get an oil change.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
But oh yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of gauges,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just pop it up real quick. That's a Razor electric street bike.
Hell yeah.
Not what
Oh,
I want.
yeah.
That was the one I was gonna buy. Or that's the full size one I want.
Just one more little
Yeah.
thing. 50. So I'm debating on buying like one of these little guys.
Oh, hell yeah.
So this is just like an OBD plug-in gauge pod that you can like
Mhm.
set all these numbers to and stuff.
Yeah.
And if I just set it up so that way it'll give me a constant like here-
Coolant temp.
Yeah, you could set up, in
Yeah.
any sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Anything
Water
that your
temp,
gauge cluster
voltage.
doesn't have.
anything the OBD reads and your gauge cluster doesn't tell you. Mm-hmm. So I could do battery voltage, coolant temp, or maybe
Nice.
if it's got the sensor for oil temp, I could use that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like for $35.
Yeah.
It's like it'd probably be nice to just have just as like a peace of mind kind of thing of just like
Yeah.
I don't know, is it about to boil over or is it totally cold? And I could run the AC,
Right.
Because you're sitting there at 98 degrees this weekend with no AC on, you're like, hey, this fucking
It'd be 88.
sucks. On Sunday, yeah.
Sunday's supposed to be
Saturday's
decent,
gonna be fucking
Yeah.
nasty.
So I'm happy as fuck to not beat my car on Saturday.
Yeah, we might be kind of like do runs and then stop for a while because it might be too fucking hot to even bother.
Yeah. No, I've never seen my coolant gauge go over like its regular temperature. That might change when beating the fuck out of it and not driving it like, down the road.
Yeah.
But
Because you're gonna abuse it and then stop moving.
Yeah,
so no more
exactly.
airflow. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Is like when you drive hard, you're going fast and you're getting airflow. When you beat it and then just immediately stop, it just sits there and bakes.
yeah, exactly.
So it'll be
Yeah. Another thing is too is like driving down the road, my car runs fine. Driving in like traffic and whatnot, kind of going slow fast. It's developing it's had it forever. Basically, it has a cylinder 1 and 3 misfire. It just kind of happens and then it'll clear up and it's fine. The higher the RPM, the better.
so that's
Like,
gonna really piss you off, is what you're saying.
I'm hoping it's not a problem this weekend. If it is,
That's a great strategy. I love that.
I don't
hope
like.
it
There's
does.
nothing I can do. Like it's got a brand new coil pack, plug wires, plugs. Like
Yeah, it's like something
It's-
like the PCM is.
yeah,
acting up.
I really think that it's the throttle position sensor. But again, like every time I fuck with it,
It gets worse.
It either gets better for like long driving or it gets worse. Like there's a you kind of got to play it.
Tune your throttle body.
I think I'm going to have to this weekend. And if I tune it one way, it has a higher RPM at idle, so I might just do that to make it not have that chance of
that for race
bogging and
mode?
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You just prop it open a little bit. It's like idling like 2,500.
it bumps up maybe 150 RPM.
So it's a little bit
a
over
little
about
bit,
1,000
yeah.
more or less instead
Yeah.
of 800 or whatever.
I mean, it idles very low and smooth.
Yeah.
When it's at idle, unless the AC's on, then it fucking bogs
Then
it.
it
and-
bogs it,
Yeah.
revs it up,
Yeah.
bogs it, revs it down.
4-cylinder moment.
Yeah.
Boxer
fucking,
moment.
Yeah. 100 horsepower and
Yeah.
0 torque.
It's everything you got.
But yeah.
You know what? The Explorer actually did it really bad too.
Would you have the 4-liter or the 5-liter? I always forget.
Unfortunately, it was the 4-liter.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. It
Yeah.
sucked.
I love my 01 F-150, the fucking the fan, the clutch fan. Like every time I start it, it just blows. It sounds like a fucking an
that's-
airplane is going.
Brian's truck's the same.
My
yeah,
my
true.
Ranger's
Yeah, your
probably
Ranger.
the worst ever for
Yeah,
that. Like
it's just
all you hear is
so
fan. Because like
loud.
if I start it and the fan doesn't kick on, people are like, the fuck? Like, "Where's it at?"
Well, it did that Friday when we were loading up wood at
Yeah.
our house.
Like,
Like, that was the
yeah.
first time I heard it without the fan. I'm like, oh, your truck's fucking quiet.
Yeah, the truck's silent.
Yeah.
But the fan is so loud.
Yeah.
It moves so much air. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a 4-cylinder. What do we need this
Yeah.
for? What are you doing?
My Fusion's pissed in this weather.
Oh yeah.
Probably the first time I've actually heard the fan.
Oh yeah. I say I hear mine all the time. But
Yeah.
that's I run with the AC on max AC all the time right now. It's great.
Based.
It's so nice.
Max AC.
I should drive the Subaru tomorrow and double check that the electric fans are working.
Ooh.
It would be a good
Well,
idea.
are you driving it up there?
No,
or are you
I'm
towing
trailering
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trailering it.
He's
yeah.
gonna put it on the 5x8 and tow that behind his truck.
Yeah. No. Oh, actually, forgot I did this. I mounted
Huh?
the winch to my 44-foot gooseneck.
Oh, yes.
You taking pictures of that?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. I mean, it's just.
It's
I
mounted.
bought a Harbor Freight Badlands winch plate.
Yeah.
I was able to mount that to a cross member that the like deck boards are mounted to, and then it's also at the very front of it. There's a C channel, which is integrated part of the
Is it
frame.
just this
essentially.
guy?
It's that. Yep.
Yeah, the universal winch mount.
Yep.
This is what I'm gonna buy when I put the winch in the front of my truck.
Oh yeah.
Like
probably,
I'm just gonna
yeah.
buy this and section it till it fits inside the frame rails of the truck.
Yeah, it's
Just weld it
half
in.
decent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of pre-made holes. You could probably make it all fit.
For $50, it's you can't.
I had to drill my own because I'm just tapping it to fucking make it work. Like
I had to drill my
not a
own
big
because I'm
deal.
different.
Well, yeah, because I'm making it work in a spot it probably isn't.
I mean, you probably
meant to,
could
but
you could
whatever.
have used something like this and put a hitch tube in something, but that's
There's not.
these are kind of janky.
The only thing
though.
I could put a hitch receiver part into would have been like the same setup,
Yeah.
except for I probably would have had to cut out one of the boards. This, I took out 2 screws that the deck boards are screwed in with. They're like a really beefy Torx head countersunk screw.
They're a SPAX screw.
Yeah. And then, so I drilled out 2 of those. So the front is bolted down with those 2. And then I also drilled the bolt holes for essentially like that.
I love it when the picture shows up tiny. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me click this.
The 2 bolts, the 2 front bolts on the winch itself are bolted through the cross member. And
So
then I
here-
also have the 2 deck board bolts are holding down just the winch plate. On the back, I have the back winch bolts themselves are going through the boards, and then the winch plate itself is bolted through the steel 4 times in the back.
Okay,
as
so
well.
how is it different than like this picture?
This has a
This is like a
square
tube.
tube across 2 runners.
Yeah.
Where
Instead
the-
of that, you essentially have a winch plate. That winch plate underneath it right here.
Yes, and then the winch plate is bolted to the back, like where that top metal
Yeah,
piece is.
over
the
here, basically.
Yeah. And then the front of it, there's a cross. There underneath the wood is a cross member.
Yeah, you can see. Well, that's where all these
bolted.
screws are right
Yeah.
here. Is where that cross member you're talking about.
Yeah, so
is.
the winch plate is just bolted to the very back, the very front of the trailer.
So up
it's
to
a
this
C-channel
front
piece.
rack.
It's maybe 1/8 inch thick C-channel. It's
plenty.
And then the front
the outer one is into this cross member.
into the cross member
through the
yeah.
wood.
Yeah, so I have
Okay, so it's in almost the same
6
spot
bolts
as this.
total, and then the 2 board bolts, and then
Mm-hmm.
the 2 winch bolts are going through just wood in the back of the winch itself.
I would assume that'd be plenty solid.
I would really hope so. Yeah.
Well, just hook your winch to a tree with the truck and trailer hooked up and drag the truck and trailer.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
16,000 pounds.
Mhm.
If it'll move that without ripping off, then you're
True.
fine.
Yeah. This is
Now,
true.
technically, it's doing on wheels, so like lock the trailer brakes. Lock the trailer
Oh,
brakes,
yeah.
leave your truck unlocked or something.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
if it'll drag that, because
Mhm.
in theory, it should be able to take your truck and pick it straight up into the air.
Yeah, this is true.
12,000
Yeah.
pounds.
Well,
is-
especially considering my trailer's so long,
Yeah.
I'll be all the way out on the last spool of the winch, which is the strongest.
it's the most torque.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
furthest out, the further out, the less you have wrapped around the spool of the winch, the stronger the pull is.
Because as you unspool the winch, it spools in.
Oh.
And as you wrap it up, it gets wider.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a wider roll has less torque because it's moving the rope further because it's further away from the center.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you get down to the inside wraps, it's closer. Like that distance actually does make a noticeable difference in torque.
Yeah.
Like it'll make like
Interesting.
1,000 foot-pounds more torque on the very first couple of wraps than it will on the outside wraps.
I want to say it's like a 60-foot cable, and
Something like that.
considering the trailer's 44 feet long, I only have
You don't have a lot of extra.
I only have like 15 feet until I can fucking.
Yeah, you're gonna need to have like some.
It's gonna have to
extra
be on
accessories.
top of the truck to do it. Yeah,
You'd
or
like-
like whatever I'm winching up. Yeah.
You need to buy like another cable to extend.
Well,
it
yeah,
out.
I have chains and stuff in the chain
Yeah.
box and stuff, so and
Yeah, so you
straps
can
and
reach out
whatever,
way
so.
further because that's a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot, and I'll never need to know any of this.
Yeah,
You
pretty
say
much.
that now.
Yeah.
Till Nick breaks your Elantra and says, "All right, get the winch."
True. Don't break my Elantra.
10-year warranty, baby.
That's
10-year warranty's crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely
10-year,
nuts.
100,000-mile warranty.
I still have 5 years left on my warranty.
I need to check
That's
on
pretty
mine.
good.
God, it's nuts.
My transmission's been acting up more and more. I need to do something about it.
Your Ford?
Oh yeah,
I
it's
think
it's been
isn't
doing
it past it now?
I have 7-year 100,000, so I should technically be
Oh.
fine. But I need to I've never used it, so I need to ask them hey,
Yeah.
did you guys ever activate that, or did you just fuck me? Because that's
Yeah.
Mine's starting to do 6F things now, too, and I'm
Oh,
getting
no.
nervous.
mine's just it gets mad a lot. It surges a lot, and the 3/4 shift doesn't really want to do
It's
it
never
ever.
liked
Yours
life,
is
I
3
feel
and
like.
4?
It's because I have a 10-speed.
Okay, I was going to say, mine's 2 and 3 now.
Which is the same thing. Just
Yeah.
with a 10-speed, I have extra gears.
I notice it more highway driving than I do city driving.
Or mine, it'll try to shift into 8th gear at 30 miles an hour, so it just bucks like crazy.
Oh.
Oh, it's awful. If you try to accelerate or cruise at 35 miles an hour, it'll shake the truck.
Yeah.
Oh.
'Cause
I,
it'll just load up and down the road.
when we borrowed your truck, I had to lock it to just only use 1 to 6.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you to put it in tow haul. It'll fix that.
I
But
didn't
you
think
shouldn't.
of that.
You shouldn't have to.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't have
It shouldn't shake the truck to pieces just
Yeah.
driving it around. But it's if I'm gonna do it, I need to drop it off to the dealer and say I don't want it back till it's fixed because I know you're not gonna fix it the first time or the second time
Yeah.
because it's step 1 is reprogram the TCM. You already did that. I know it's not gonna fix it.
That's all they did to
Like-
mine when I complained.
No,
Yeah.
that's what they did to mine the first time, and it did nothing. And I know it's not going to do it because I know what the problem is. So there's a service bulletin out for those transmissions, which is like
But they have to go through their
They have-
steps in order to
it's like a
have
s-
them spend the money on the labor to fix it.
it's like a 6-step thing. So that you do
Yeah.
step 1 first and then step 2. Well, step 6 is replace the transmission because inside of it there's a bushing and it's not held in by any sort of clip. It's just pressed in. The problem is over time it shifts out a little bit. Naturally, it would push itself tight, but for whatever reason, it must come a little bit loose, and it blocks one of the ports for fluid to flow through, cutting pressure and acting weird, or sliding back and forth or something. But
Yeah.
for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because everyone who's had that, who's gotten to that step, is like, yep, they replaced it, and it's been perfect for thousands of miles.
How many
In
miles is on your truck now?
67.5.
Oh yeah, I get on that.
I
So
get to
what,
100 technically, but
Still, yeah.
Do they replace the transmission then?
so
Or do they just go in and
they'll
retrofit
they'll replace it, and then they can send it out to get it replaced or to rebuild that section of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I can't remember the service number as I pull it up, but it's like it's reflash it when that doesn't work, like change this thing when that doesn't work, like pull the valve body out of the trans and service it there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, then when that doesn't work, do the next.
It's
like,
basically just a step by step, the cheapest way to do it until
Yeah.
you have to bite the bullet, or I mean,
Yeah.
the
but it's like
shop.
It's
Essentially,
like once it's like, I just seem like, okay, I know you're gonna do this. I know those aren't gonna work. You're like, you can do it, whatever. But like,
Yeah.
I don't want to take it back until I know it's fixed,
Yeah.
because that's what I did the first time. I dropped it off to get it fixed. I got it back. I'm like, it's not fixed. I just wasted my time.
Yeah.
Like, all right, whatever. I'll just keep driving. It's not that bad.
Mm-hmm. And now it's getting to the point.
Well,
where you
it's
should-
just annoying, and I'm like, I should do something because it's been 5 years.
yeah.
Like whatever
do
it's
you-
doing is hard on it.
Yeah. So do you, when it comes back, do they have like a new, like a clip in it, or do they just put a new bushing in it and that fixes it, or do you know what
If-
the actual fix is?
I believe they just put a new transmission in it, and then so it's trying to think of what it actually is. I think it's a Sprag clutch. It's a different part number
yeah.
because it's got a different bushing in it now.
Yeah, that's
So
what
in-
I figured.
In theory, they could disassemble the whole thing, take one of the middle shift drums out, replace it with the newer style, and put it back together.
Yeah.
and that should fix it.
I gotcha.
But I think they just give me a new model of transmission.
Yeah.
with
I
that
gotcha.
fix already applied.
I was
Yep.
gonna say because my dad's 21, solid.
Oh yeah, it's just like the 19s and 20s.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's the 10R80s from like 16 or no,
Really, they were
Or
made
no.
that early.
it's like 18 was the first year of them. I think.
Okay.
It's like 18 to 20. there
The
might be
first
issues.
It's 17 Raptors.
Yeah.
have the 10 speeds.
Yeah,
'Cause
so it's
cer-
like
so-
it's
Is that
17 or
the
18.
transmission that GM had an
that they
involvement with too?
co-opted? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they co-opted that.
So they're
10
like in
speed,
some Silverados too.
potentially.
Yeah,
Okay.
Duramaxes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Luckily, my truck has the 6-speed, which luckily and unluckily
Well,
because
the 10
everybody loves them for fuel mileage, but they don't like them for this exact same reason.
Right.
Well,
The shifting
the
problems.
10R110, which is what the bigger ones have,
Hey,
is
do you
fine.
want a 10 speed? I know
Oh,
a guy who's killed 3 6 speeds.
Doug,
here we go.
Doug is an interesting individual. I'll just say that.
No, it's a different one. But
Yeah. So
somewhere in here. Oh,
yes.
here we go. Here we go.
Oh yeah, I meant to tell you they're denying his warranty
Get fucked. That
because they deleted
sucks.
his truck or because
Oh,
he
yeah.
deleted his truck.
That'll
Yeah,
do it.
brother, he's stop hurting. Stop. Just drive it like a normal person.
I told him
Oh
to
my
get a
God.
fucking Raptor.
Tell him to buy a Lightning.
God, yeah. Do anything
Honestly,
else.
yeah.
Go get a 2nd-gen Lightning and beat that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is the part that goes bad. It is a shift drum with the anti-walk bushing update. Like,
Yep.
this is a known thing.
Yeah, that's the new one.
So, of course, none of these pictures really show it. But, like, inside this whole...
Oh, you can kinda
there's,
see it's a
see there's a
snap ring.
bushing in there.
Yeah.
Like, there's, like, these same style holes on the inside of this. And it starts to walk up and down and starts to block those holes.
Yeah.
So it creates a pressure vacuum inside there. So the fluid kind of, like, jolts back and forth and
It
probably...
can't do what it's there to do.
probably cavitates and gets air in it and stuff. That's, as far as I can tell, that's like the big, like, hey guys, we fucked up. We're not going to recall it yet. But I was kind of hoping they would be like, yeah, it's a recall. Here's the thing. But instead it's just a bulletin on it, which technically means they'll fix it as long as you have a warranty, which I
Yeah.
do. But I just need to, like, I just have to do it,
Yeah.
which sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that there's a service bulletin for it means that it's like, it's a legitimate
an
thing
issue,
that people are
yeah.
complaining about it. Ooh, is this? Oh, there we go. That's the one I was looking for.
Ooh,
See
that's
these holes
dirty.
here?
Mm-hmm.
See how it's starting to block these? Like, there's a gap on this side.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to see the way it's all laid out, but like it'll shift and start to block these holes. And like these holes won't line up anymore, and like there's some combination of things. Yeah, this is the form I was looking for. So there's holes all through all this stuff. Like these things all start to move and change, and it messes itself up.
Mm-hmm.
More pictures? No, okay. But yeah, so I need to fix that. I got to just do it, which means I need something to drive for a period of time.
Hey, lucky for you, I have a car that sits in
Well,
the
I
driveway
was
all
gonna
the
say
time.
you can either
Conven-
borrow my Fusion and I could take Caitlin's Elantra.
Conveniently,
or vice
Michael
versa.
got a work car, so his truck just
Oh,
sits.
that's true,
And I
yeah.
live at work, so it's not that big a deal.
Oh,
So
is
it's like-
F-150?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which
Or your
all-
dad has 2 trucks.
Yeah,
or the
there's-
Ranger.
The Blue Ranger, I don't know if I trust that.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
still
that's
there.
like an electrical name right
It's-
now.
All right, we
Yeah.
engine swap the Ranger, then you daily that, and then you put the Black Ranger at the shop. For
I've
a month.
considered many a things, yeah.
Yeah.
Or I could put the street tires on the red truck and drive that. Like,
All fair.
it would probably do pretty good. But
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I keep debating on buying like an economy car just to drive instead of the truck.
Yeah.
Aw, if
You know, like a
only
like a
you-
Honda Fit or something.
You
It's
know,
crazy.
I was
Crazy,
just gonna
yeah,
say
yeah.
that.
Something that gets like crazy good mileage. But I'm like, well,
Where's
if
the fun in that?
I'm like, well, if I'm gonna buy a Fit, I could just buy a Fiesta. And if I'm gonna buy a Fiesta, I could just buy a Fiesta ST. Well, if I'm gonna
Right.
do that, I could just buy a Focus RS.
I was going to say
and it
Focus
just-
RS. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
It
where
just
we're going,
it
isn't
just
it?
devolves so quickly.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You go from you go from spending $3,000 to 30.
Or if you get a
like-
Fusion, you can get a Fusion Sport.
no, man, I have to have manual. I don't.
Fair,
I don't want a
fair.
Ford automatic.
Fair.
Like
Good
the
point.
Focus 6-speed tragedy DCT nightmare. where
Oh, yeah.
all the-
That's
they
shit.
kept blowing up transmissions, and Ford's like, it's fine. They just do that. It's
Yeah.
dual clutch, right? So it's like I just like if it's a Fiesta or a Focus, it has to be a manual.
Fair.
And if it's a Fusion manual, that's even cooler, but
Yeah.
True.
hard to get.
Hard to find. I did see one on Marketplace. It was a 2013.
I'll say there
Like
are
my
there
generation.
Do
Are,
exist?
yeah, there are new generation
Though
manuals.
it
There's
had
very few.
it had an engine that's even worse than the 1.5,
What did it have?
the 1.6.
Oh no, it's bigger though. It's gotta be better.
Focuses. There's Focuses with manuals too.
Yeah, my buddy has
Yeah.
a 2017.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It
what
just
engines those
rolled
have,
100,000 miles.
but- Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
not sure what engine those have, but
I
that
can't.
could also
liter.
be an option.
Yeah, probably just an A2 liter.
The only thing he's had to change was a purge valve, and that was 10,000 miles ago.
Do I have any saved?
Hell yeah.
It's got like
All right,
fucking
Honda
crank
Fit,
windows
$4,200.
too.
Honda Fits are fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Ones
I guess I
around
know. I
here-
know why mine was so cheap because the title was fucked.
Yeah.
which makes a lot of sense. But like,
I wonder if he even knew or cared.
probably not.
Honestly.
But it's like comparably like shaped ones are expensive.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Fiesta.
Yeah, these are some of my
Titanium?
saves. Fiesta
Manual?
Titanium.
Manual.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Big Hoonigan sticker.
That
I'm like
makes
this
me
thing.
a little worried.
I'm like this thing's probably been.
Well, if
beat.
that's a
It's got-
titanium. It's
it's got-
auto.
it's
a
a ti-
trailer hitch.
It's a titanium with a hitch and a Hoonigan sticker. This thing's been
Yeah.
kicked the shit out of. Taco Bell
Taco
cup.
Bell
on the
cup. Oh yeah. This man doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm like this thing's been abused. And I'm in.
The front wheel has
read what
brake
that
dust
says.
stuck on it. Oh yeah. Snapchat. Is that Snapchat and Instagram on it?
Maybe,
Oh my!
but it's like this thing had
yeah.
like gas station pictures. Like
Yeah.
this, the kind of shit I need right here. Little to no rust. Good car, you know.
Yeesh.
But I'm like,
Been
no
beat.
pictures of the inside.
I'm like, damn, for $4,000, I'm like, it'd probably be all right. But it's one of these things like, oh, it's been listed for 20 weeks. I'm
God
like,
damn.
well, maybe
Why
there's
don't
a
you just
problem.
buy like a cheap 06 Crown Vic?
You're right. I'll buy this.
honestly. Yo.
V8 swap
Oh,
Ranger.
V8 swap. What
Oh
is
hell
that?
yeah.
It's got a 302 in it.
Sick.
Based.
$4,000 with a bad trans.
Oh.
But I'm
So
like,
manual swap it.
manual swap it.
Yeah.
Done.
Race car, like work truck,
Fuck yeah,
ugliest white, like
Buy a fucking old like Paxton supercharger for it for the old 5.0.
get it like a lightning setup or whatever.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever you buy next, make sure you can get it registered.
that's
How
I
about
know.
that?
Or like here's Michael's wagon, but not Michael's wagon.
Is that at the
Yes,
that's
it
at
is.
the-
Yes, it is.
That's at our high school.
You know exactly who this guy is.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah.
You know exactly who this guy is. But
Huh, weird.
yeah, like this is his same exact car. It's listed for 10,800.
$10,000. Wow.
No, it's still for sale, which means it's probably
Yeah.
overpriced. But like
How many miles does Michael's car have?
140, and this is at 130.
Huh.
Like he bought his
Wow.
car for $1,000
Wow.
for nearly the exact same car.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, Facebook's crazy. I love browsing Facebook.
Me
fun.
too. It's such a fun
I like
place.
this little thing.
Oh yes,
Little
the thing that
bundle.
Nick should buy instead of a Coleman
Yeah.
fucking mini bike.
KLX 110. Highest offer takes it starting at 600.
What?
Whoa.
I'm like, for $600, I'll drive to Indiana right fucking now. But it's like highest offer starting at $600. It means he wants $1,000. He's just
Yeah.
afraid to say that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's a clone
It's also
of mine.
in Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, it's probably stolen.
Yeah.
Fair.
Hence why all
Yeah.
the pictures. Oh
Probably
no, he's got a picture of
Stolen.
the VIN.
No tire.
maybe.
title.
Is there a
Yeah.
VIN there? No,
He
did-
tried.
He took the picture of the wrong side. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
The VIN's on the other side of this. He just took a picture of some stickers. He's like, there's probably a VIN there, right? Nope.
It's like, to somebody who doesn't know any better, this looks like a
spark plug
you know.
gap 0.6 to
I mean-
0.7.
Yeah, it's got the
Fair.
sticker.
It's probably stolen.
Oh yeah, it's in Gary. It's stolen.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
But, $600.
Yeah, yeah. A couple other Fiestas and Fits and shit, but like
Project?
here's the same price fit as mine.
Mm-hmm.
Like fenders smashed, windshield's broken. You can't see it in this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Like beat, 180,000
Oh,
miles.
yeah.
Brakes are shot, needs trailered. Like this is what I paid for mine, and mine's super nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Got whatever the fuck's going on here.
Yours
he like
is
wrapped his
interesting.
gauge pillars.
Yours is super nice, but you can't drive it
Correct.
Sadly,
Cold air
yeah.
intake.
legally.
Love that.
Super hot air intake actually, but got a radio though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, I should get a little economy beater car just to like
Mess around with.
just to abuse.
Yeah.
Shit.
But
Well,
I know
Fuck
you
if
had
I
a
know.
terrible experience on your last guy's trip, but Kaitlyn's 09 Elantra was solid.
my 01 Elantra was the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen.
Correct. Yeah.
So go ahead and I wrote Hyundai off. I'm over it.
All right.
Fair.
No, no more Hyundais.
I
No
don't blame
Kias.
All right.
Kia lost me when they changed their logo to that ugly ass fucking new
Kin.
logo.
Kid,
Oh, yeah.
KN.
The name of our jellyfin server.
I fucking hate their new logo so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
From
here's the old logo.
Not bad.
Here's
bad.
whatever the fuck
KN.
whatever the fuck this is.
They couldn't have been bothered to do a small little line across the fucking
I could
A.
probably do a small little line, but
Fuck.
like that says KN. I don't know what the fuck these are, but
Yeah, from somebody who looks at logos for a living. I'm a graphic designer. That is the
It's
worst
fucking-
piece of graphic design I have ever
it's
seen.
awful.
It is terrible.
So yeah, Kia lost me when they did that.
Yep.
No stingers. Sorry, can't do
Yeah.
it. Gross.
I agree.
Killed an action hoss.
That's right.
I'll be honest, Hyundai's been coming out with some fucking god awful headlight and taillight design.
They're getting so
Dude, they-
bad.
Yeah,
They're getting
that's-
The
so
generation,
gaudy, dude.
the generation of Kaitlyn's Elantra,
Oh,
like
no.
they were designing fantastic cars, and I don't know what the fuck happened now, but they
They-
all look
cocaine, I
so
guess.
bad.
Is it the Sonata that's got these fucking super dumb
Yeah,
headlights?
They look like
the
a
big
fish.
squiggles and shit.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they
this
come
one.
all the way up. Yeah, it's like a catfish whisker.
Yeah, the headlight
Yeah.
actually wraps up into this hood line.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
does.
It's so ugly. The car itself looks great. Just here you go. You can see it on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It goes
That's
all
the
the way up to
headlight.
the fucking A pillar.
It's
dude.
disgusting.
Yeah, then it's a running light that goes halfway up the fucking hood.
yeah.
inside of it.
Meanwhile, actually, they rebrand for 24. Actually, looks sick.
That looks like a
Eh.
scrunched fucking Urus.
It's-
everything.
everything
looks
looks
like
like
a
a
Urus,
Urus
dude.
now.
The fucking the
Yeah.
Buick SUV
Yes,
looks like a
it-
fucking
it
Urus.
actually
I
does a lot.
hate that. Our neighbor has one.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, there is a white Urus around here. Someone actually has
that's
one.
our neighbor.
yeah.
A
Damn.
Lamborghini Urus.
Oh,
the Buick. No,
no,
the Buick.
Someone have a guy I know. He's the flashlight guy from West Clocks. Grand Adams is his last name.
Sure.
Oh, yes.
I forget his first name, but yeah.
yeah, this fucking thing.
He has an
Oh.
actual fucking Urus.
yeah, there's a
Yeah.
real one around here somewhere.
But I see an almost Urus fucking 20 times a day, aka
Yeah.
the fucking Buick.
The
Yep.
Buick. Everything's got this hyper aggressive style.
Yeah, it's
now.
like the squinty eyes and the big I don't even know what you call that. The
Like
intake.
not catfish because that's more
Like yeah,
round,
it's like the
but
cheek of it, I guess. Like,
it's got
I
this
don't know.
like aggressive corner.
yeah, and then a
grill.
squinty headlight, and everything is taking that same
Everything's doing this same
styling.
this same front style now.
Yeah,
wacky.
it's driving me nuts, dude.
I'm still sad I didn't fit in a Veloster M when I test drove it.
Those are kind of sick actually.
Yeah.
But I still wouldn't. I still wouldn't buy one.
Yeah.
Like Civic Type R.
It was stick.
Civic Type R's are dope. They're so expensive.
Oh,
they're like
yeah.
45 grand
they're
still.
they're gonna be the next Focus RS, dude.
I can get a Focus RS for 30. at
well, yeah, they're
least.
fucking 8 years old.
They're getting old. Yeah.
fucking Type R's are 3, maybe.
I found a Fiesta ST with a blown motor for like $3 grand the other day.
Ooh.
Fiesta. Oh yeah.
But I'm like, let's call Mountain Tune, get one of their fucking race blocks. They do like
What happened to economy car?
Yeah.
It's an economy. It's to get better mileage than
It's an
my
economy
Oh, I know
chassis.
it will,
Even
but
at-
you're gonna have 30 grand.
even
in
at
it.
500 horsepower.
Hey, you know what
get
also
better
gets good mileage? A fucking Corvette.
No,
Sorry.
no, it doesn't.
It
'cause
does when you drive it like not an asshole.
That's the problem. Is I'll
Exactly.
be like, well, it's a Corvette, so I can buy Corvette parts that bolt onto it.
yeah, well.
Like, oh, hey, look, these turbo
you could do,
headers
yeah,
just
you're going to do the
fit.
same thing with a Fiesta. You might as well start with the Corvette.
But I can only make the Fiesta so fast. There's a hard limit.
well,
But then I get all the pop and burble tunes everywhere. it goes.
God, no,
Just
please.
ignorant.
No.
More Hoonigan stickers. Just start stacking. Locally hated.
Locally hated.
Yeah,
Yes.
fucking- Speaking of locally hated, I locally hate this here. You guys have anything else to say, or should we get out of here?
Let's get out of
I
here.
think that's it.
Cool.
That's it.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.